Hey guys, while I have you here, I do want to say that this episode should be coming out the day before, I believe. So yeah, if we're talking on the right day, then we're talking on April 21st, 2026. And boy, howdy, what a good day that would be. Check out our last couple episodes with my buddy Mario, as well as my buddy Emmett, and all of the other ones as well. We are now on Spotify, so go on Spotify. Unless you're listening to it on Spotify right now, that's cool too. But one thing I wanted to bring up was that on Wednesday, April 22nd, we are doing a free show at Pub Webb. The Pub Webb Comedy Jam is coming back at you, and we're gonna have a killer lineup. I'm gonna put it right here. I'll put the lineup right here. Come on out. It's a free show. It starts at 7:00. Thank you. Can you talk in your mic really quick?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
All right, talk like you're normally gonna talk.
This is how I'm normally gonna talk.
Okay, sweet. That's good. That's good to know. Because I could always turn it up. Go ahead one more time.
This is how I'm normally gonna talk.
All right. Yep. Yeah. That's okay. We're on par. That's good.
We're live.
Yeah, man. I mean, like it's always tough getting audio together because I'm like quite literally half deaf. So it's like I scream at all times, and it is something that I have to deal with. I mean, most people have to deal with. Mostly my wife has to deal with.
You think that's EDM related, or do you think you've always this is pre EDM?
So this is pre EDM, because EDM in terms of my music going career was definitely EDM was definitely a big part of it, right? Especially when I started DJing.
Sure.
Just because like I would blast music constantly, whether it's like while I'm DJing or in my ears or trying to find new music or something. But I went to concerts ever since I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're talking like, ska, so that's a brass section, that's always loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then metal, so I mean, like I just kind of always went to concerts that were loud, and I remember tinnitus being funny.
Sure.
Right. Like,
I've never been much of like a concert goer, like just in general. Like I've been to maybe like 6 concerts in my whole life. Yeah.
Nice.
6 or 7 concerts.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
We starting off hot.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I feel like everyone kind of has like a sensory, some type of like whatever like sense that annoys them the most. Whether it's like, think about like when you're like sleeping, or like if the light like bothers you the most. Like mine, like is sound, like loud noises, which is like crazy because I moved to a city. But
yeah,
like something about like the loudness of concerts, and also just like live music in general, like has never really like spoken to me that much. But I do notice like, since like being around loud music all the time now, like all of my senses are deteriorating at like a very like steady pace. Like just a nullified like ringing constantly. Like, can't even enjoy my silence anymore.
Well, that was another thing that I was gonna kind of say, was just like, usually when it comes to certain senses or certain things that you hate, I noticed that a lot of people work in environments that have those things, right? So it's just like, if somebody was squeamish and then they became, a barback, then they're gonna have to get over picking up people's food. Or loud noises or something like that. I totally get it. But with my tinnitus, so it's gotten really bad. It's gotten really bad. It's a
good name for a band too.
Tinnitus. Yeah, that's fun. I got it. That's something like Powerman 5000. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, dude, did you hear Tinnitus is opening up for like Mudvayne or something? So, but I always remembered when I was in high school and I was like growing up going to like concerts and stuff, that like I would get out of the concert and then my ears would be ringing, or like my neck would be super sore the next day, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm human, And then
the symptoms of it all.
Yeah, and then at some point or another, I just realized that I had severe tinnitus, and I mean, it's so weird. Do you know what's funny is my wife did that thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I know my mom used to do it too. But like she would do that thing where it takes a little bit out of your paycheck and puts it onto a debit card that's like specifically for medical stuff.
Oh no!
No, you've never heard of it. So pretty much like they take a little bit out of your paycheck.
Yeah. No, I've heard of the idea. But like I love like just like the concept of, because like I feel like a lot of my identity comes from being like a latchkey kid.
Sure.
And like with that, like not even just like being left home alone, but just full free reign over like everything from like no, I just walking my own path always. But go on.
No, so when the end of the year came, we ended up having, the money because we'd never use it. No one ever fucking uses it until it's like the last month of the thing, and so we went to Walmart with like, I don't know, $500 worth of stuff that we had to buy medically of some sort, and
like glasses and stuff.
One more time?
Like glasses?
Well, so we didn't do glasses, but like we got a bunch of, Tums, ibuprofen.
Okay, so like actual, just like
med
kit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got all that. I asked my wife if I get a cane. She said yes, and I just have one. And yeah, because why not? What else are we doing? We're already wasting money of our paycheck to make sure it goes to something specific until we're gonna have too much of it anyway.
Yeah, you got some insoles, some Dr. Scholl's.
Oh, dude, we have like my cabinet's full. And so, but we got these, I saw tinnitus eardrops, right? And I'm like, oh, cool, right?
I actually have some of those too.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling in the world. It just feels like you have greasy ears.
Yeah.
And first off, I don't like those two words together, let alone having to feel those things together. And like my wife and I like took turns doing it to each other. It was very funny
it's
because
like, like bubbles.
Oh, it's just disgusting. I'm pretty sure I threw him out. I'm pretty sure I threw him out the other day because I looked at him. I'm like, I would rather my ears ring than that forever.
I'm a big Q-tip guy.
Okay.
I don't know if this was like, I don't know like what caused it because obviously you don't get anything actually checked out by a doctor. But maybe like 2 years ago now, when I was living with Jay, like I had like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like,
shout out Jay, by the way.
Yeah,
first drop of the podcast yet again. We're talking about the homie Jay. Please continue.
You always got to name drop Jay.
Always.
Well, I name drop Jay fucking everything I do because we're just so intertwined in life. But
sure.
Heavy shout out, Jay.
Heavy shout out. We're giving you 2 shout outs.
I had like a dead ear. Like, not that I couldn't hear out of it because like my hearing was fine, but it almost sounded like not a ringing, but I don't even know how to describe it. Like almost like a numbness of like my sound, like where it almost sounds like you're like covering it and like just talking over it, like almost like you're covering a mic.
Yeah, but you kind of have like swimmer's ear.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, and I was like tried like so much shit to like try to. That's the only thing that helped. But like after like 3 weeks of committing to it, did it actually like semi help my problem? But I kind of liked it.
They just like because it's never warm. It's a very like it's weird having like an oil that's cold go into your ear, and it's like it's so weird because I have been very lucky that hearing has always been my problem, and it's like of all things I could have problems with, I've had a degrading of my hearing due to my own actions, right? Yeah. Where it's not the case for a lot of people, so. Excuse me. I always just kind of feel like when it comes to the senses, I just always bet again. I just bet with science,
Sure.
I remember I was in 7th grade science class. Mrs. Ellswick. Shout out Mrs. Ellswick. I'm sure she has an Instagram. If she's alive, I have no clue. She was pretty old. So she always said, "Hey, if you guys want to make money, you guys should invest in hearing aid companies." And this was in 7th grade, so we're talking like
this is the
15 years ago.
This is the first I'm hearing about this. First I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, so it's just like I was 12, so yeah, almost 20 years ago. She was just like, "Yeah, if you guys put money into like hearing aid companies, like look at all the kids on because this is when we were using skull candies unironically."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is
the skull candy definitely had like some waves that did some permanent damage.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like hurt to listen to. Like it's like before they knew to put like limiters on things, so it's just like literally burning a hole in your eardrum.
And none of it was bass, right? Like it kind of felt like the beginning of techno was a lot like that in terms of just like all highs, no lows, because we just didn't have the technology to do it.
Sure.
And so growing up with headphones that were a lot like that, it kind of like fried a lot of my higher frequencies, right? So it's like I usually end up listening to very bassy music because it's like with somebody who doesn't have much taste, eating stuff that's hot
Sure.
because they can feel spice. You know what I
Gotcha,
mean?
gotcha.
So I would, in my very ignorant mind, I would equate one with one. I would say
No,
that's pretty much.
that definitely makes sense because it's like tapping into like a different sense where like
Mhm.
bass is like vibration, so you're actually feeling it
Sure.
versus
Yes.
like just hearing it, and like spice is like actual
Yeah.
whatever.
'Cause even if I'm deaf, I could feel bass.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
so pretty much what the conclusion we're coming to is spice and bass,
Yeah.
one and the same.
Yeah, and Spice and Bass is also a very good
Good.
duo name.
I like
that would be fun.
We might be spice and bass.
We might be Spice and Bass, and I like this. I call Bass just because I got the.
I gotta be
You
spice.
gotta be the Spice,
Yeah.
dude. You're the ambiguous one. You know what I mean?
mean?
As you said. Oh, by the way, guys, let's congratulate my friend because he is the first ever person of color on the Milk Talk podcast. We're talking chocolate milk today, folks. We're talking.
I've been plotting on that for so long.
That's what I'm talking about.
I literally we've been trying to do this for 3 weeks now.
We've been having tummy aches every week.
Tummy aches,
Yeah.
tripod mishaps,
Mhm,
all types of
mhm.
shit. But I was like, fuck. I was like, at least I know the first thing I'm gonna say is "Welcome to Chocolate Milk Talk."
Hey, dude, I can give you the retcon.
No,
I can
no,
retcon it.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Well, yeah. Well, welcome to the Chocolate Milk Talk, and here we are, and it's fun because usually we just talk about black people. So
Sure,
it's nice.
sure.
Yeah, that's actually what we usually talk about.
Maybe
And,
I'll have like half an insight on some things.
Yeah, you don't have any full insights on anything.
No.
That would be very
only
fun.
half opinions.
Mm-hmm. And which is fun because it's only because you're half white. If you were full white, you'd have so many more opinions on
Oh
black
my
people.
god, I would be.
Yeah,
I'd be.
menace to society.
there. Absolutely.
You're kind of like our sleeper agent. We need you in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's like one of the things that has gotten brought up to me my whole life. Whereas like, obviously, just like having a black opinion, that was always a thing. But it wasn't until I moved to Philly that people were like, "Yeah, but like you're half white." Like people would bring up the idea that like I'm half white way more
Mm-hmm.
in the second half of my life
Sure.
than being half black ever, which is a pretty insane stat, like to me at least. But
Well, Philly is a very black city.
yeah. I think like, but it's not even mainly black people. It's mostly white people that bring it up to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe because like, I think like
They want to bond with you.
not even I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I think like because even just the Philly area is more diverse in the things around it.
Sure.
Whereas like a lot of kids from Jersey or a lot of kids from Baltimore or DC or whatever it is, like they're just exposed to more.
Yeah.
So when they meet somebody that isn't like full whatever they expect,
Mm-hmm.
it's the difference that like seeps into their mind. Like
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
If you see a picture or something and there's not necessarily like a blemish, but if there's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that's a little different from everything else, then you're gonna notice it.
absolutely.
Yeah, and Philly is like is a very weird amalgamation of everything, right? Because you're talking about one of the first cities in America. You're talking about like you can go from anywhere in Philly and it's going to be a completely different city,
Yeah.
which is so weird because it's so walkable and small.
Yeah.
But like the greater Philadelphia area, so you're talking about like within an hour of the most center point of Philadelphia, you can get to like, I don't know, 5 metropolitan areas,
Mhm.
and then you can also get to like redneck areas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you just have like this weird. Everybody
Mhm.
is in Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like still am blown away by it. I feel like even
Mhm.
the longer I live here, the more that it kind of not makes sense,
Yeah.
but like it's just crazy that it all like works as well as it does, which to people who like don't live in the city sounds insane because the fear mongering on the news just like is out of control, and like obviously like a lot of it like is true, but
Yeah, it just depends.
like,
You just have to like have your wits about you, dude.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
always
yeah.
gonna be violence everywhere.
mhm.
Like I saw this one thing about saw this one I'm trying to recollect it, but it was about this guy that lived in Chicago, and it was just like you're not getting hurt because of where you're going, you're getting hurt because of how you're moving. You know, so
love
it's
that.
like sometimes it's just like it's how you're acting in situations. It's deciding when to care or to react to something, because
Yeah.
I know for a fact that when I'm driving, it took me a little bit to like learn what to let go and then what's okay to honk at,
Yeah.
because that you
Are you
honking
are
at
you a
someone-
honker?
only when people are on their phone at the light.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
like
okay, that is
if
valid.
people do that, and then I'll do that. But I just fucking look ahead and I just don't worry about it. There's just so much going on, dude. Especially like driving through North Philly and stuff like that. Like it's not fun.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is like because growing up, my stepdad always worked in cities, and when I was learning how to drive, he would always say like it's easier to drive on the highway, which when you're a kid makes no sense because you're going faster.
So scary, yeah.
But in the city, it's almost like less risk because you're going so slow. So everyone is so distracted all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess it's like in a city too, like people don't worry about getting pulled over. There's just, I don't know. Like,
I've never seen a police officer in Philadelphia do anything.
I did get pulled over in the city though.
That's great. You had to have been doing fucked up stuff.
So no,
I was riding on a gun. I was
I was on the way back from Memorial Day. We went to my friends in Jersey. Shout out New Jersey. Shout out Emily's house. And I was dropping off two of my friends, and my friend that was sitting in the passenger seat got out, and it's notoriously like one of like the trickiest lights in Philly. So I partial blame on the light, but I had no shoes on, no shirt on, and like it was.
And you're driving.
Yeah, it was
interesting.
Like Sunday, like like Memorial Day weekend, like just coming back from like a booze day.
Sure.
And I like totally like swerve, like it's like one of those intersections where it's a 4-way and then there's just a diagonal going through it that only goes one way.
Oh, like through Ridge or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like it's Ridge and Spring Garden for anybody, if you know, you know.
Oh, two of the best places to be in Philly. If you're ever on either one of those streets, you should be like, wow, holy gee, well, look how lucky I am.
Yeah. And so I'm waiting for my light. Obviously, I go with the wrong one and make like a left through like two streams of oncoming traffic.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh my God. So like I'm shooken up from the whole experience, but like it happens to the best of us. And then immediate like lights behind me. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way. So I have nobody in the passenger seat. I like throw my shirt on, like I have my shoes like in front, like on the floor in front of me. So I like throw them on real quick. And I just have like my buddy in the back. So it's like a Hispanic chick and then like an old school like black guy. And I'm like, thank fucking God. I was like, oh my God. So then they're like, I immediately like roll down like all four of my windows, like total compliance. And this is like right when I had got my new car. So like I think maybe like 2 days before I had went to work and had my boss like print out all of like my necessary documents and like put them in an envelope for me, like in case I got pulled over.
Yeah.
So this is like total serendipity. And then he's just like, the chick like walks up, she's like, what are you, Uber driver? And I was like, no, I'm like coming back from the beach. Like, I'm sorry. Like that light's like super confusing. And the unk is like not having it, like puts two elbows on my window and is like, you could have killed somebody. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, sir, like just wasn't paying attention like I should have. Yeah. And then they go back, probably sitting there for like 10 minutes and comes back. He's like, you're all good. He's like, just be safe. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I appreciate that.
That's cool.
But scary.
I do appreciate that.
I think like getting pulled over in the suburbs is almost to be expected, like when you do something wrong. But in the city, I was just like so caught off guard by the whole thing.
Yeah, and you're not really thinking about that. That's actually one thing that I've talked about it on here before. It's just in Philly, you're getting like the one cool thing about the driving in Philly, because Philly has the worst drivers by all time. Like it's not even close. I've been to plenty of places. It's the worst drivers, but you get fined for going fast. But going fast is the only good thing about driving in Philly.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like that's the only pain in the butt.
Now they're adding speed bumps. There's speed bumps on my street now.
I don't even mind the speed bumps. I just mind the fucking. I mind those plastic ones that flip up and then you just have like bolts in the ground.
They're ripping them up in South Philly. I saw like a TikTok of like people are like unbolting them and like ripping them out of their street.
People in Philadelphia are insane. It's okay. So with getting pulled over though, I've only been pulled over a handful of times, and you know,
is that closer to 1 or 5?
It's closer to 5. I mean, it might have been.
Gotcha.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. I got pulled over. Yeah, I would probably say like 4 times. But these two specific times was
Gentleman's number.
Yeah, gentleman's number.
Yeah.
And well, the one time was because I was on a back road near my house that goes on to like the main road, and main road's still a two-way street, nothing crazy. And I rolled through the stop sign because it was 1 a.m. I was going, so it was, think of the main road right here, and I was on the back road right here that's like parallel to it. And then if you make the little thing right here through the stop sign, there's a smoke shop. So I rolled through the stop sign to get in directly into a parking lot. And I look behind me and there's lights because I'm parked at a store, right? And I'm like, oh, someone's getting pulled over. That's really weird. And then I get out of my car and it's me who's getting pulled over. Nice. So I'm like, no. So I get in and then I have to turn my car back on so I could roll the windows down.
Oh, brutal.
And I also had an ounce of weed in a backpack. It was a John Cena backpack that I took from it was like an old backpack of my first girlfriend's littlest brother. And he was like, I don't want that anymore. I'm like, yeah, I do. I want that. So I took it and it was in the front seat sitting on the front. I was sitting on the floor. And this guy was like, yeah, dude, you totally did that. And I was just like, oh yeah, dude, I totally did that. And like he was just like, why? And I was like, because I'm right here. I didn't I come this way all the time. Like I didn't really think about it. And
you should have just hit him with and see if
I didn't think you could see me. And so he ended up letting me go, but like that at that point 28 grams was a felony, right? So like that was like old school
weed
type shit. And the other time I remember doing it was it was like the second day my mom got a new car. And I was driving it to see a girlfriend of mine, and she lived in this small town that had so many streetlights. So when I left, I didn't put my headlights on, and it was like 3 a.m. So this dude let somebody go that he pulled over to turn around and come get me.
Whoa!
And then he was like a brand new cop, right? And I realized that once he turned the lights on behind me, I looked down at my dash, and then I went like that, and I'm like, fuck. And then I realized exactly what happened. So I'm like, hello, sir. I'm so sorry. I know exactly what I did. Oh my God. This is my mom's car. There's a picture with me and my mom. I did not take this car. I swear to God. I have all the information, whatever. I'm freaking out. And he was like, oh, dude, I thought you were hammered. Yeah, go ahead. You're good. Yeah, you're fine. I was just so scared that you were just doing that because you're fucking hammered. So I was like,
yes, it's the age old fucking if you cop to something lesser, then maybe they'll forget about maybe like the bigger issue at hand.
Oh yeah, I was hammered. No, I'm just joking. I wasn't. But no, that's exactly it. I never mind, and to a fault, I never mind taking blame for things, especially if I've done them. Like I don't like the feeling in my heart when I don't admit to something that I've done.
I'm the same way.
But
I think we were talking about this the other day.
What, at work?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I would rather take responsibility for small things that other people do because I can mitigate that.
Yeah.
Where if there's a tension in the room as to why something happened or if it like creates something.
For sure.
Yeah, but it's not a good quality to have. Like
it's not.
No, I'm putting stuff on my back that does not need to be there.
I agree with that too, but I think I do it almost like preemptively.
What do you
mean? Where before like blame is to be like dealt out. Like I would rather like pipe up and like take responsibility. Like I'm like dry snitching on myself.
Sure.
So that I can maybe even try to like mitigate like the fallout before it even happens.
Yeah.
Like if it's already out in the air and the damage is already done, then maybe I might just stay quiet. But if it's before, like I'm more likely to admit fault before things self-destruct.
Yeah, because it's just, especially if it's little, man. Like I would like if I forget to clean something or whatever, I would so much rather just be, or if something got forgotten or whatever, I would so much rather be like, oh, dude, that was probably my bad. And then just it moves on. You know what I mean? Especially like in a dynamic where I'm not necessarily afraid of admitting to something I didn't do because I'm not going to be reprimanded like that anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But, so with that said, we're very lackluster here at the Milk Talk podcast, mostly because I don't have any structure. But before we start some structure, I would like to say, hello everybody, how are we today? My name is Chris Jones and you are listening to the Milk Talk podcast. Milk Talk! Milk Talk! Chris Jones!
Chocolate Milk Talk podcast.
All right, hold on. Hello, everybody. How are we today? My name is Chris Jones, and you're listening to the Chocolate Milk Talk podcast. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Francis is joining us here today. And not only is Francis joining us here, it wouldn't have been awesome. Oh, dude, I need to bring her outside if she wouldn't fight with the other cats and have like a roundabout with her.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Her stats.
Oh, yeah, her stats. But we're not worried about her stats today. Guys, today our very special guest is my buddy, my coworker, my friend. Please give it up for Don, everybody.
Crowd goes crazy.
Crowd's going wild. We have 40,000 people here.
Live studio audience.
Hello. It's it's very nice. The bathroom situation's horrible.
Here?
Yeah, with 40,000 people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've just been pissing in the sink.
I'll wait my turn. I might use Francis's litter box if shit gets really out of hand.
Do you know what? We have that now. That's where it is. If you couldn't tell by all the litter on the outside of it, I got to make sure I sweep that.
There?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't even know this.
Well, so the one thing that I didn't realize until I lived with a woman that wasn't my mom is that people smell things.
For sure.
You know, because when I was living just to my own means, or I was living with my mom, like me and my mom smoked inside. Like we barely ate any food. We were son of a bitch. She got the freaking. All right. If she gets it's okay. For context, Francis has just acquired a bottle cap, which is my least favorite noise in the world is when it scrapes on the floor. Comment down below if you hate it when cats...
Comment your least favorite noise.
Yeah. What is your least favorite noise?
Oh, that's a good one. I hate when people are like loud in public settings. Like and I know like that we all do it. We all like are young. We get drunk in bars. We want to be center of attention sometimes, you know what I mean? We want to be funny, but just like the unwarranted like screaming of like any kind, like that's why I'm not a huge kids guy.
Yeah.
Like I think like I can't get past that like point.
Sure.
Like but I'm trying to think of like other like just like general sounds that annoy me. You
cook for a moment while I get this bottle cap.
Yeah. Take care of her.
Yeah, no, please cook that.
I don't know. Other sounds that annoy me. Kyle's voice.
Kyle's voice
yeah.
is a good one. I hate Kyle's voice.
Yeah, I hate Kyle's voice. Those are like my mainstays. But it's funny you brought up smells where like my mom is like an egregious like sensitive person.
Yeah.
Like certain cologne, like she only lets my stepdad wear one cologne his whole life because she like
doesn't
I get headaches, like you know what I mean, like. But
I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't talk about it. No, that's not true. I'm just joking.
And so like our house very like plain smelling, and then the apartment I just moved into, like I would say I'm coming up on a year in May of living there, but I'm guessing it's a woman. I don't know why. Like I'm getting a woman aura, but she smoked. She smoked. She smoked in my apartment before. I lived
before
there.
you okay.
Oh yeah, she smoked.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love smoking inside. I really wish I could do it more, but like I'm trying to like I mean that from the addict and having fun portion of me, right? Like through reasonable deduction, I can say that that's a bad thing and not to do it.
For sure.
But that's why I don't like going to mics or shows that are smoking inside because like I will sit there and smoke. Like if I ever go to a smoking bar, I smoke cigarettes outside. Because if I smoke them inside, I'm fucked. Like I can't. Like I have to make sure I go outside, or else I will smoke a whole pack of cigarettes.
Well, I was talking about at work that I was looking for a new vice to pick up, and that cigarettes might be on my radar.
Well, yeah, you got to be the coolest.
I want to be the coolest. It's just the smell thing. Like I would say, like maybe like a 25% of the time, but growing up, both my parents smoked, and it used to be like 80% of the time. Like the smell just gives me a headache. It just does. Like, almost immediately.
Well, yeah, it's poison.
Yeah,
you know?
It's poison.
But
some poisons are fucking rad.
They're cool.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing though, I always said like I would never mind smoking if I didn't cough, and you have a very good like I don't hear you cough. You know what I mean? But everyone hears me cough because I'm a smoker. So I just always have to clear my throat, whatever. And I'm learning that with like weed vapes too. It sucks because of the like ability that I can just smoke it wherever and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But like at some point or another, it's like getting to the point where I just hate the sound of me coughing, and I hate the sound of me having to clear my throat all the time. You know?
Yeah.
And hold on, like that. And so that's the reason why I would not want to smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Is because of the sounds more so than the smells.
What's your least favorite noise?
Ooh.
Is it the sound of you coughing?
I would probably.
You said
probably
your cat with the bottle cap.
The bottle cap's the cute one, but if I was gonna like go hardcore on myself and like really be like, what do I hate about that? I would probably go with the clearing my throat. Like the coughing, I'm pretty much used to, but ever since I like got into heavy smoking out of weed pens, I have been clearing my throat nonstop since I've moved here. It's really bad, and it doesn't help that I have the air conditioner on all the time, so it's just dry in here. You know, so, but I'm okay with it. I'm a hot little boy. I'm gonna fucking kill myself Thursday because it's supposed to be like 90.
Yeah.
That's not even gonna be fun.
I run really hot too, and I didn't check the weather before I came here, hence my long sleeves. But it wasn't too bad. There's a slight breeze, but
yeah, it is very nice out today. But this was shot on the Monday before it's gonna get too hot because this whole week is gonna suck.
Yeah, no, like I think one of like just my least favorite things in life, like pre job, was sweating. Like because I just sweat for no reason, and I'm just always feel hot. And then working at a bar that the temperature in there is never the same, has never been the same, not once, 2 days in a row.
Nope.
That like it kind of like exposure therapied me out of like my fear of it. Yeah. So now I don't even really think about it. Like it just is what it is, unfortunately. But
I just need to bring a towel.
Like, I used to bring 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Like in the summer, like 2 shirts every time.
Have to.
Well, there's usually like some like absurd lifting aspect at some point, and then I'm just like the first shirt is gone. The shirt before the shirt.
Do you know what's so weird about like bartending in general and stuff like that? It's just it's such a weird job to me because people who don't do it tell me that my job is hard. And I think like I can understand why our job is hard.
Sure.
But there's a reason why we do it, even though like the hours fucking blow.
Yeah.
And we're busting our ass and we're doing this, that, and the third. Like I never really saw serving. Like people always told me, and because bartending is objectively harder than serving. I've served for 12 years. I would say bartending because you can't go anywhere. There's no schedule, right, in terms of like interactions with people.
Yeah.
Like the interactions with people at a bar are so much smaller and they happen so much more often.
Yeah.
And not one time is ever going to be the same as when it's happening, or a rush, you know what I mean? Something like that. Where with dinner, if I get in at 3:00, I know between 5 and 8 it's going to be busier, and I know every time I go to a table it's the same fucking thing. It's like, hey, what's going on?
Well, you're really good. Like one of the things I admire about you so much is you're so good at the micro interaction, but I could tell that you're a server because you don't know how to end it.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
it's when you're serving a table, there's a script almost, no matter like how you want to dice it up. There's almost a time limit on what interactions is. And even people at the table will let you know, like say if somebody's like taking like an egregious time to order something, they'll be like, all right, just come back to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when somebody catches you when you're just like walking around the bar, you're like, oh, like whatever. And I'll see you like chop it up and like you'll get into a whole thing, like and actually start a conversation. And then you'll walk away and be like, oh my God. And I'm like, damn, I felt you was like, you sold me. I thought you were so into it. Like, you're like, no, I just don't. I can't get away.
Oh man, I always have trouble with like, cause it's the same thing with comedy, right? Like when I started it, I started in an area where I got more time on stage, and then I had to come here and learn how to do less time on stage because it's a completely different pacing, as is serving versus bartending, you know? And it's like, I did a really, really, really good job at lying about my ability to do so for almost 8 months. Like I really got away with not bartending
Mm-hmm.
for quite some time.
Sure.
And which is really funny because like all of you guys knew that like I kind of knew what I was talking about at the very least. Like I don't know how to make martinis, but it's like I'm not a fucking moron. Like
Yeah,
I know toast like front and back. I know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So but the learning curve is real, dude, and it's like not something that I necessarily enjoy. You know, not like I love everybody I work with. I love my bosses. I love I love all that.
You don't enjoy the learning curve, or you don't enjoy like the act in general.
I don't enjoy the act in general because like with food, I can always divert blame. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But like if someone's gonna dude, like, oh, and make it strong, you're getting a Long Island.
Yeah.
And then do you know what pisses me off even more? Is when people get top shelf Long Islands.
Mm.
I don't know. Hey, we usually average about 80 views here. Yeah. I don't know if you are one of those people, but if you are, stop it.
The single biggest waste of money that you could
top shelf Long Island. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
And if you're going to a place, if you're getting a top shelf margarita and the place only has sour in the gun, just consider something else. I'm not even saying, and you could get whatever you want, right? It blows my mind how fucking.
Well, a lot of people, even actual booze hounds, like career booze hounds, who spend multiple days a week for multiple years in bars, never really, unless you've worked at one or like there's no reason to really delve into what's actually in it or like what's actually going on. And if you like put that much time into it, like most people assume that if you're paying for top shelf or however you want to slice your drink, that it's going to be of a higher quality. But like the quality of your liquor means nothing if the ingredients that you're putting into it are bad. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
But especially if you're a career booze hound at any good bar, over-explaining yourself and over-explaining the product even more so is bad for everyone involved. One, the customer doesn't actually care, and two, you're not only not diverting the blame to somebody else, you're directly taking it on and being like, I could maybe fix you. So that's why I never lie.
Sure.
Like that's like part of my thing is like I'm never gonna try to upsell you. I'm never gonna try to bullshit you. I'm never gonna try to make you believe that I'm the expert or you're the expert or that anything is going on here that's not going on, because it's just gonna drag out a process that makes no sense at the end of the day. Like it's just pure insanity.
No, that makes complete sense. I don't know, man, because it's like it's a decent job, but every single time you do something like bartending, there's always like shitty specific people, and that's what I'm talking about, because it's like when you're at a restaurant, the worst people are usually one of 6 of the people. You know, very seldomly is like a group of people all shitty, right?
You're talking about the customers or the people working there?
The customers.
Okay.
The customers. They're actually called guests.
Yeah.
And
patrons.
Dude, I remember one time I used to work at fucking Kalahari Resorts, and I used to. It's like this African themed hotel, and like I would work at like 6 a.m. cutting fucking lemons before my shift and shit. And I just remembered it would still be early enough to where like it would have the early morning African sound music. Like, so it's not like full blast tycoon in there, but it's just like, you know, like
Rainforest Cafe.
Just like super super soft sounds of people like doing tribal dances and stuff. But I remember I was talking to this guy and something like important happened. I don't know what happened. Like I forgot what it was, but I know it was important. And I go up to this guy, and this is a huge resort, so like the GMs are like fucking big nuts. Who gives a fuck about you? Like they're I have 300 people under me, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I go to the guy, I'm like, hey, this customer, this fucking thing, and he said guests. And I looked at him and I was like, all right, well, this guest is bleeding. I need help with something. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, what do you want to do right now, dude? You're like, what do you think this is? Like, I get that you're making money, but like, I'm not, and I'm bringing forth a situation I could have just said, fuck you about not done anyway. But, so when you work in a restaurant, most times the people, like, there's only going to be 1 or 2 shitty people, or you'll have like a table, 2 top that are just miserable and stuff like that. But because I made a lot of my money on big parties. Like
Yeah.
I'm very much like yo, what's going on? I'm very, very loud, obviously, and I'm very good at serving.
Yeah, the
And
less people for me, the better I am. Like,
okay,
not to say that I'm not good in crowds, but exactly what you said, where it's like I think like a part of it, why, like you were saying, like there's a reason that people do it, and there's a reason that people like make careers out of it, or just even just choose it in general. Like
sure,
more and more, I see people leaving their desk job to like do this shit full time, and I'm like, one, that's stupid. Don't do that. I hate you. But it's also because people think that it's easy. Some people think that's really easy. Some people that it's really hard. But it's why I think people will gravitate towards it is a lack of structure
yeah,
of it all. It kind of is whatever you make it, and especially if you're good, like it's becoming increasingly harder and harder to find like good people. But it's also like you create your own structure. So like when you deal with a big party, the immediate thing you do is need to set up the structure of like what's going on. That's why the guy who's like, I'm gonna be dishing things out to people or like
sure,
that's the best guy in the world. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, and I think like it sucks having to like dictate what like your structure is because you have to commit to it all the time. That's why that guy, you being like this is going on, blah, 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 and he's like, guess. And it's like that's how he got to where he is because he never deviated from like what his structure is. Like,
well,
that's
he bit in, yeah,
you got it, but you have, and I like it took me so long to realize that.
sure. Well, what like when I talk about like bartending and it being the complete opposite, instead of like dealing with 10 people at one time that all know each other, I'm dealing with 10 completely different social interactions, right?
And
Like,
they all want something different from you, not just like
yeah, and it's all gross.
yeah, it's all gross too.
Yeah, very seldomly has someone ordered a drink, and I'm just like, go head on. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, cool, cool, cool. Like this
Mhm.
guy last night, he's like, you wouldn't be able to make like a Paloma, would you? I'm like,
Mm.
I'm gonna see. And then I came back. No, we
No.
don't have grape. We
Yeah,
don't have.
I don't
grape
even
juice.
mean just like item wise they want something different, but like they all want a different version.
I get what
A
you
different
mean.
person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people really enjoy the always chipper, whatever, and some people are like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like I like that is the part that like hangs on me the most. Like
Yeah.
is I can't be 10 different people for 10 different people for not even 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That just like something like you can't like, and you'd have to be the best actor in the world.
Yeah, because well, you have a very good stone face. Because literally, you're
Yeah.
just like you lean, then you lean forward,
Mhm.
and then you make the drink, and then you repeat. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's just like you have a very good way of disengage. Exactly.
Engage, action,
Yeah.
removed.
So like that's why I don't know, like in terms of table service and stuff like that, like especially at restaurants, because I was very lucky to like in the Poconos, it's a nice area, so it's like the people there are dickheads because they have money.
Hmm.
Where it's almost the opposite here, where
I love-
everyone's struggling,
yeah.
so everyone's kind of like it's a hard city, it's a hard world.
It means more to them.
Yeah,
Like that $10 drink, like literally it might be the only $10.
when I'm at home doing like a big party or something like that. Like one, I worked at a place where we for years we fought for it, but like anything over 8, you get gratuity on it.
Yeah.
So easy fucking peasy. But the thing is like I would rather spend better time with a table that's no matter what gonna tip me
Mhm.
than if I have to earn it, because like if I come to you, so the rule is like it's not on our menu, so you have to say it. And when servers don't say it, like I had this one server, she called herself a fucking manager, and it would drive me insane because she was the worst. She was just she was the squeaky wheel that just got the grease. You know what I'm saying? It was a fucking pain in my ass. And you don't listen to this, but you know who you are, and you're not my manager. And so she would just like go to the end of the fucking thing, and you're like, all right, so all right, I'm really outing this one specific person, but you at the very end of the check be like, oh, gratuities on it.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's such a dishonest way of service,
Mhm.
because for me, I'm just like, I'll just give you the bit. All right, you're sitting there, you're like, oh my god, we're in this little place, right? And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I literally am always like this. I was like, yo, what's going on, homies? My name's Chris. I'm gonna be your server. We chilling? Yeah. All right. Cool. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna get you guys drinks. You guys are gonna look at appetizers. I'm gonna go get the drinks way too quickly, and then you will give me your appetizers after I leave again because you're not gonna be ready. And they're gonna be like, hell yeah, that sounds cool. And I'm like, all right, shaka, bro. Just so you guys know, there is grat. I'm telling you guys up front, so you guys don't think whatever. I will make sure I earn it and you guys will like me by the end of this if you don't already. And then they're usually like super on board with it. And it's super easy. Like, sir, that's why, I mean, like, dude, my whole life is in front of crowds, right? So it's just like that. I always do better in crowds. And it was nice because when you live in a place where the general person has more success than you, when you're aspiring to do something, they usually appreciate it more than other people who are in the gutter with you.
They think
because
it's cute.
also-
They think it's cute.
Yeah, well, I don't. So I agree with you sometimes, but like,
No, I've had the earnest
Yeah.
earnest being like I gotten the genuine like I appreciate how hard you're working,
Yes,
and I relate
yeah.
that to how hard that I work
Yeah.
doing whatever my
where
other
I
shit
feel
is.
like here, I usually end up getting more on a level with people when they realize what I do as like auxiliary, like comedy. When people if I can find out that I do comedy, it's like immediately a different conversation.
Yeah,
like because
people
they
light
know,
up. They light up.
Yes, because they know that I'm trying to like not be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I'm funny. I'm trying to like have fun.
Yeah,
You know?
I do the same thing, but it's literally just like admitting like brokenness.
Sure.
Where it's like because people think I'm an asshole all the time, and it's because people think that like, and I realized this like pretty like semi recently, where people think that like I'm rich.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they see me there all the time, and they're like, "Oh my god, like you must be making so much money." Like, not to say that I'm not like hurting, but
Yeah,
like
we're fine.
but
Yeah.
like Philly is so gig economy. You know what I mean? And not only is it gig economy, like everyone had like seems like they have a hustle or a
what economy?
gig.
Gig?
Yeah, like Uber Eats or
Oh,
doing
okay.
shows
I
or
got you.
serving some time, like just part-time work. You know what
Sure.
I mean? And not only that, people have like hustles and passions of something that they really want to do.
Yeah.
So I think like when somebody sees you like doing something
Mhm.
and like you're like having success with it, like they get like pissy about it almost, or they think that you think that you're better than them, or
I get
like,
what you mean.
and when you like come down to like a level and like be like, all right, like we're not any different. Like I'm just at work. Like we're just chilling here.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to like assert dominance over you. I'm just being like, we're just like I'm just a normal guy. Like
Sure.
you know what I mean? Like just because you see me,
I'm a guy's guy.
I'm just a guy's guy.
You know, I get what you mean, and I always enjoyed those like conversations. Once breaking it down, because it's just like one thing that I've noticed about living in a city, which is really nice, is like it is a lot harder to live with the people around you. Like I feel like people are usually meaner and usually harder and usually dealing with more things because more things are happening. Where in the Poconos, it's usually like a lot more easygoing, and people do trades or like something like that, or they have like a bigger house or like all these different things. But it's weird because there's a lot less hope in the Poconos. But like the way of life here is so much harder, and yet there's like there's hope. There's so much more hope. Like for example, like when I talk to fucking Stoney Winston, right? Like when he comes in, like we didn't even know. I didn't know he did music until he told me. He didn't know I did comedy until.
Sure.
And now it's like you get that immediacy of just like, oh, we're both going for something, even though like everything kind of sucks around us. And then also the Philly comedy scene is filled with people grinding, dude. It's like it's so intimidating to an extent, just because you're working with you got to surround yourself with people better than you, or else you're not going to get better. And it can be very intimidating until you realize just everyone's kind of like a dude or a chick. You know what I mean? Everyone's just kind of hanging out.
For sure. I mean, I love seeing like all the homies and stuff on here, and like especially all like the people that we work with. But like, you couldn't have selected a worse group of people to have on your podcast because we all have like no like hobbies or hustles on the side or like dreams that we're chasing. Like that is like the common denominator of like all of our friends is like they're literally just people who like go to work and like only go to work because they want to chill sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Whereas like that's why like I'm so inspired by you and like even all the comics that like come to the shows.
Sure.
Because they're just regular people, you know what I mean? And like you
Yeah.
talk to them for 5 minutes and you get that. but I see them on social media and they're just it's seeming to me who has no passion for anything, grinding so hard, and it just like, I don't know, it gets me fired up.
Dude, and by all means, you're always welcome to come along. You know, it's a lot of fun. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be going to the Helium open mic. I'm not even on it. I just know that being around sometimes is better than getting on stage in certain situations. Because tomorrow night, even if I don't get on at Helium, I have 3 other comedy sets I could do. Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the unless you're around, you're not going to be around. You know, and you kind of have to like make that for yourself.
Yeah.
But in terms of going back to the whole bartending thing of just like making it your own, like you said, like the whole allure is that we make enough money to either choose to get health insurance or choose to go on vacations. Right. Like, and we also don't have sick days. We could just call out, right? Well, not call out, but like we could just take off, you know, and then because if we ever said like, hey, I need this day off for this, I can't imagine, unless it's like the first Thursday in a semester, I can't imagine like we're going to fucking be pissed, right? We're just going to deal with it, which is nice. You get all the time off you need. And that's kind of like the only scary thing I got about going into like a 9 to 5 is just like, I'm going into a 9 to 5 at some point with dates that I can't work. Like it's already solidified. Like there's no possible way I can get off. I mean, not get off, but like for the festival, for example. By the way, hey guys, submissions are still open to the NEPA Comedy Festival taking place in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, October 8th through October 10th of this year. You should totally submit. It's $25 if you're out of town, but if you're local to the Poconos, the Lehigh Valley, or the Scranton Wilkes-Barre area, it's only $15. So you should do that. And we have our next headliner. Woo! I'm not gonna announce him yet. I said with an EM, so you try and tell who the hell I'm talking about. But we did announce Brandon Sagalow, who is going to be our first headliner, which is going to be very cool. Check out tickets soon. We're going to get that figured out. I tagged him on the last podcast. He did say thank you for the bring up. I'm not going to do it this time because listen. I do shout outs all the time.
Double shouts.
I don't want to do it this time because hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to see if he wants to do a pod when he comes through. Yeah. I don't see why not. You know what I mean? He's already doing a couple of gigs there. Why not? Even if it's like a 45-minute shorty, I don't care. I'll just get some questions together and stuff. Right. But so it's with those dates, I'm just not going to be able to get off. Yeah. But I was just talking about this with my wife today, just kind of trying to find
balance.
Yeah, because it's like, dude,
Speaking of balance, can I take a piss real quick?
Yeah, dude. You know what? Hey guys, we're gonna take a second. Here, I'm gonna do something cool, and then it's gonna watch. All right, hold on. See how cool that was?
Love that.
I was in the air. One thing that I wanted to get into, just because I enjoy hearing it, is I want some like hot takes from you. And I'm gonna try and guide this the best I can. But do you have any like specific music hot takes? Because you're not really a concert guy, but at the same time you are a lover of like niche music. Like you love music.
I love that you said that.
The same way Kyle loves music, but it's less Kyle-y.
Yeah.
Like you listen to music like Kyle listens to music, but
I'm
you're
more
a normal
open
person.
I'm more open. Like where Kyle doesn't listen to anything.
He's a very closed butthole type of guy.
Yeah, he is his he doesn't listen to anything that's like past 2005, like, and I don't say that as like an exaggeration. Like I found shit that I'm like, you would love this. Like like Kyle is my special interest, I think. Like as much as he like gets on my nerves, like he is just such like a interesting like guy to me, and has like and has like helped me like so much.
Shout out
like,
Kyle.
Yeah, shout out Kyle. So much with just like my personal journey of just like my mid-20s.
Yeah.
But he is just a fucking asshole. Like
he's a curmudgeon.
Like he's put me on to more music than anybody ever has in my life, as somebody who's like a super stickler, where like I'm open to pretty much anything. Like I like hear something and like pretty much know within like a 30 seconds to a minute if I like it or not.
Sure.
But it could be literally anything. Like I'm so open. He is not. Like he just will shit on it. He does this amazing thing where if he hears something that he doesn't like, he repeats it in a more annoying voice so that it ruins it for you. And we'll do that over and over. Like, but
I instigate it though only because I fucking find him hilarious, so I laugh, and that's the problem is that I feed into it.
I can't stand it.
I love it.
But yeah, I think like I said before, my hottest music take is that like I don't really like live music. As far as like other things though,
that's so wild.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's just, I mean, like it's just a different it's a different thing. You know what I mean? Like I get it inherently, but as somebody who like only did live music for so long, I can play it. But you're not gonna hear me listening to like Grateful Dead 2-hour albums.
Even things that I don't necessarily like I can have a deep appreciation for. Like me and my friends were talking about. Oh, I saw not that I'm a late night slop consumer, but late night TV does sometimes produce like some just like the best random clips of things. And Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers was on Jimmy Fallon, I think, and did a trumpet cover, like no vocals, like he was just Flea out there with a band. Trumpet cover of Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. And like, so Frank Ocean is kind of just like this polarizing figure of my generation that like whether
I know
like
Frank Ocean is.
but like it's it means so much to like people who are maybe like 1997 to like 2003, I would say, like is like the main demographic. But that's like a really old song. It was like his like first hit, and Flea like doing like this like half. He's wearing a bass, and then he does like the chorus with a trumpet. And I was like, wow, like this blew me away. Like, and I'm not a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
I hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So
that's my hot take. Fuck the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They're like a polarizing group where people either really love them or really hate them, and like there's obviously like some controversial figures in the group. But now I've been getting like all this propaganda where like they kind of are like a true American rock band, like where
dude, they're shirtless from Cali and they're fucking really young chicks.
And they
even though they're like 80.
And but I went through like after that, and you go on like Spotify and it gives you like the drop down of like whatever their 10 most popular songs are. And some of them are from like 2018 or 2017, like kind of just like the later 2010s, which is kind of crazy, I guess, it's just in the grand scope. But
you kind of forget it. Like Maroon 5 kind of has that same kind of vibe.
So that's exactly where I was going with it, actually. Whereas
this is why this pod was supposed to happen, dude.
Professional. And not so much that I'm so into the Red Hot Chili Peppers right now, but like just having the appreciation for them. And then that was a segue from a conversation that we were having about if Coldplay and Maroon 5 are in the same conversation of like just like eliteness of band. And like I disagree. Like I'm a Maroon 5 hater through and through. Like I cannot stand them as a band. Adam Levine, like the end gist of our conversation about Maroon 5 and Coldplay is a way better band, but Chris Martin might be like the worst front man of all time. If Adam Levine was the front man of Coldplay, they might be the biggest band ever.
Dude, clip that. That is going on the gram. I want to hear the debate on that one.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know if there's necessarily a take in there, but that's what's in the
it's not a take. Well, it's not red or it's green. You know, it's all yellow.
What's other ones? Like I love rage baiting unks at the bar about Drake. Like that's my favorite thing ever. Everyone knows.
Are you a Drake guy?
Oh my god. I am.
Yeah, you're of mixed race, I would imagine.
Yeah, he did so much for.
I hate that that's a sentence that.
No. It is the one sector of my life where it is completely warranted because it changed my life.
Drake.
Like, Drake changed my life. Where I wasn't a huge Drake fan when he was first coming out, but just the transition of life from like 2013, 14 to 2015, 16 of like how light-skinned people are like represented in media and how they're just like treated like out in public, like complete change, like changed my life with girls, like Team Light Skin, like that whole like online like movement, like it was a joke, but like it really did change like public perception of like just like mixed race people. Like there's still like no real light-skinned leading men in Hollywood who are like the number one like box office stars. Like people sleep on that, and it's like become such a meme where like I'm too black for the white kids, white for the blacks. Like that kind of whole thing is like it's just a meme now, but it's kind of true. And like Drake being like the biggest is kind of just like the ultimate thing like about him. I say like as an artist, but his music, like I've became like a really big fan maybe like in early like college, just because it's just like longevity of it all. Like there's just so much music. Like it's so hard to be an elite and popular artist with that much music out. Like, and I'm an appreciator more than I think I'm a fan. I think
that's fair.
I'm an appreciator of his career.
So with Drake, so I couldn't tell you off rip like other than like Hotline Bling. Like I really am so,
which might be my favorite Drake song. Like
it's a good song.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Drake is like I feel the same way about Drake as I feel about Better Call Saul. It's like I don't know any of it except from what I've heard in clips.
Sure.
But if I decided to dive in, I'd probably enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I kind of like, I don't know necessarily when I got out of it, but I was always kind of that dude who grew up like I was a punk kid. So it's like whenever people like something, I thought it was fucking dumb.
Well,
you know?
I like that was the first shit that I was ever into was punk music too. Like I loathe the idea of rap because people thought that's what I should have been into. So like I kind of just like went the other way. And then that's why it took me so long to get into Drake. But it's also was just like a renaissance of like, what's another thing that Kyle has wrong is something is just because something's popular doesn't mean that it's good. But if you're super alt and cool like us, doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad either. Like the sensationalism of things, like that's been like my micro interest over the last few years. Like I love the idea that things like monoculture, like there's no more monoculture of things that everyone is into. And it's ruining the world. But like Post Malone dropped like a thing called like the Diamond Collection, which is like his like 10 biggest songs or something. And it's literally just like all the biggest songs of all time. Like they all have billions on billions of streams and listens. And I'm like, that's just so cool to me that things can even be that big anymore. Like, cause they're so few and far between.
Sure. And you know, I do want to get back to the music thing in a second, but I want to go on this like a little tirade, really. Not even a tirade, but it's like, one thing about like DJs and club culture, and something that I've kind of noticed from being around it very often, especially in the last like few years, because you and I share the opinion on how, and you initially told me this opinion, and then I completely agreed with it, but it was like how kids can't make a vibe.
Yeah.
Like they just don't know how to make their own vibe now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like always awkward and stuff like that.
It's sad.
It's sad. It's very sad. Like it's crazy. I feel very bad for the COVID generation of just like the formidable years of when you're supposed to be, you know, a shitty kid in the school.
Yeah.
In terms of the DJ culture and stuff, I've noticed that a lot of DJs and a lot of clubs play a lot of older songs because there's so much music that everyone listens to their own thing. So if you're not playing fucking Dior, you know what I mean? Like, and I will say that there's obviously like new songs that are played all the time, but it's just like, how many times do you hear, like, for example, at work, how like often, even if it's like Techno Wednesdays, it's still songs you've heard before. Yeah. It's still fucking Sunshine by Wookiee, which is you know what I mean? It's like, it's still kind of like that whole thing.
It's such like a good point too, because it's like working in a bar, like you really realize that like with touch tunes now, like anybody can be a DJ, like relatively, you know what I mean? Like that's a very like new thing.
Yeah, shout out Sheldon.
You would be shocked if you don't work at a bar, or you haven't, or you like, even if you indulge in touch tunes for fun when you're out, that people have the lack of creativity is insane, which is why like I have like a minor meltdown every single time that like somebody plays like Buy You a Drink by T-Pain. Yeah. So it's like, or like, or Bartender by T-Pain, which is like, it's like I'm
T-Pain.
At
Shout out T-Pain. T-Pain's the fucking man. He's actually getting into dubstep and stuff like that now. T-Pain, you're the man.
T-Pain is the man.
Continue.
I fucking hate you if you can't think of anything better to play at a bar than Bartender song. You know what I mean? Like, I just think like you, I'll take it. my niche interest in music. Like I wouldn't even say that it's very niche because maybe it's just like the algorithms I'm on makes it seem that the music that I listen to is like so much more popular than it is.
Well, us whites have Sweet Caroline. Like
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be our Bartender by T-Pain.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like especially at 1:30 in the morning and you're about to close and everyone wants to like sway back and forth and kind of say words.
I had the pleasure of putting you onto Oasis, which is still like one of my favorites.
I had no clue. Dude, slipping, sliding under your mind. Dude,
magical.
Bro, it was magical. And I saw, the one thing I don't like though is like how I see sometimes, like I see people with like Oasis 2025 tour shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know why it throws me off.
Well, you haven't consumed like all the lore. Like so
because that was a huge deal.
And some of two of my like best friends, they went to the show and they're huge Oasis fans. And I'm like a casual Oasis fan of the music, but I'm like a heavy appreciator of just like their lore as a band. They have like one of the best music documentaries called Supersonic. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend.
I'll watch it.
It's really good.
What's it on?
I want to say it's on Hulu.
Hey, shout out Hulu.
Yeah, shout out Hulu.
Yeah,
We're sponsored. But it's so good. And the reason that tour was so big is because like they're brothers. But they like wouldn't even be seen in public together up until they went on tour. So they announced.
Wait, so they split up and they're brothers?
Yeah.
I had no clue about it. I have no lore.
Oh yeah. The lore is insane. Where like, and in the doc, it's obviously how it ends is they split up. But they're like, he's like, oh, my brother's a cunt. Like I love him, but he's a cunt. And they just like go or trading shots, and they hadn't been seen together in 15 years. Yeah. And then they announced the tour a year before it happened. So all my friends had tickets, and they would do individual like reel about like come to the tour, like whatever, but were never seen together up until the point I think that they like got on stage, whatever that first show was in the
just
UK.
Don't talk to each other. Do they like still hate each other?
I think so, only because still has never been like there isn't like they always like start the show the same from the videos I've seen where like they walk out and they're like hand in hand and then they hug and that's it. That's like the end of their interaction besides like them performing like on stage. But they're just so good together. It's the type of hug where they go, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they're also like two like British guys in like their 50s. So showing a love to another man isn't their forte in general either.
Do British people not show love?
I think like people in the UK are really good at showing camaraderie. Yeah. Like men, but not good at like expressing feelings like kind of love.
Have you ever been?
No. I don't even know anybody.
No, but the movies are so
the movies. That's just like my
Tommy Shelby is just super
just
mean.
my American. So I did watch the
You watched Immortal Man.
Immortal Man.
Were you also like fine with it while you were watching it and then it took you an hour to hate it?
So I remember we only had the brief interaction where I asked you and you're like, oh, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, you're like the second or third person that I've heard that from. So I was watching it and I was just kind of waiting for like the badass Tommy Shelby moment where he like snaps out of it and like goes back to his old shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, as long as there's one of those, like the movie's a success.
And there was the
one, but I think it happened.
It's just the viral clip that everyone's already seen with it.
It happened too late. And then I got done watching the movie, exactly how you said, and I was like, oh, wait, that didn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Literally at all.
And you know what? I give props to Cillian Murphy, who is one of my favorite actors, even prior to the fucking Peaky Blinders.
He rules.
He rules. And, you know, just an overall great, because I feel like the overarching issue with Peaky Blinders is like, the writing lends well to itself, like the dialogue and the relationships lend well to itself. That makes it's good enough that people all forget that they just tied it together through some Deus Machina every single fucking season. Like they were just like, and then wait, no way he thought of that. Like it's everything.
So like that's the thing too, is like that's like the backbone of the show.
Yeah.
So like I'm in disbelief to the movie's plot. because Tommy Shelby lost.
And he wouldn't do
Tommy
that.
Shelby wouldn't lose.
He didn't lose.
Yeah,
he
didn't lose.
He didn't lose. He technically got exactly what he wanted.
But he got beaten by his depression, which is like, if I want to see a grown man get beat by his depression, like I'll just I'll live my life. I'll
look
like,
in the mirror.
I don't need to like that's another music hot take that I have is so I guess like where my music exploration started was you get into like more conscious hip hop, you know what I mean, where it's like has something to say.
Yeah.
But as I get older and have more struggles and hardships in my life, I don't want to hear somebody rapping about the same struggles that I'm going through. Like music and movies are escapism.
Yeah.
Like I almost want to be suspended in disbelief not in order to enjoy it, but something like Peaky Blinders where it's like it's so suspended. That's the whole point of the show. He's just badass and cool, and even though he fights these demons, he's smart enough to outthink them. You know.
I get what you mean. With the movie in general, I just thought like my overall arcing opinion on that movie was that to have an hour and 45-minute long movie about a show that has hour-long episodes. Yeah. Doesn't do anything for anyone. There was like so much left on the table that didn't make sense, and I felt like there was a bunch of things, at least 3 things, where I'm like, that wouldn't have happened if there was time to fledge this out. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I was surprised by that too. I'm like, it should have been like 3 hours.
Yes, even if it should have been.
Even if it was
3
even
hours.
if it was dog shit, like dog water, terrible, I would have felt better about it if.
Explain some stuff.
Just explain everything. Like, what's the point? Like, what was the point?
Well, because all the bad things that happened that led up to the like crescendo of the movie were things that were just used as plot steps and not like giving respect to the people that things happened to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what fucking pissed me off about it. It's just like I've been watching this show for almost fucking how long has it been on? 10 years, something like that.
I think it may be even longer. But I think by the end, like of the show. It kind of Walking Deaded itself. Yeah. Where the whole point is that anybody can go anytime and you never really know. Like that's the part that's like grounded is like characters die. You know what I mean? And then like, but once you get to that point and you've like exhausted all those like options in those characters, you have no stakes left for the audience. That so like sense. The movie just being like, all right, here's Tommy Shelby and like 2 people you recognize that were like, not formidable characters of the show or less than the other ones, and then like 20 new characters. Yes. And I'm like,
like, hey, I'm the sister of the one person, you know.
And my movie hot take, I don't like Barry Keoghan, which is Tommy Shelby's son in that movie.
Oh, dude, so this is I'll tell you why I disagree specifically is because he played the coolest Joker I've ever seen. That was so good. Dude, what are you talking about? Like, dude, oh my God.
That one scene?
Yeah, dude, it made me want more.
He's too short.
He was sitting down.
But I know that he's short.
Yeah, so? Well, I mean, like, but dude, we're both really tall. Doesn't that piss you off knowing that, like, most people that you look up to are probably shorter than you? Like, if I meet my heroes in comedy, the chances of them being shorter than me is like probably past 80%.
I think overcoming shortness is probably like one of the greatest human or the male human feats that somebody can achieve. So that's I think people take it for granted.
Yeah, like, look at Prince.
He
was like almost a little person.
Tom Cruise, Kevin Hart in the comedy world. Like, the fact that like Kevin Hart is so braggadocious and kind of just like so almost regular about life, but obviously a lot of his bits revolve around him being short. Sure. But he was multi-million-dollar box office movie star, like legit movie star.
He's gonna be close to a bill.
Oh yeah, he's got to be close to a bill. And I think Joe Rogan said somebody was like on his podcast and was like,
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, shout out Joe Rogan. Was like, you got to be like the richest comedian other than Seinfeld, and he said, I think Kevin Hart has more money than me.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Yeah, no, because I'm trying to think of like.
But Barry Keoghan doesn't get my respect.
Why though? He's like an honored, like he's like a very theatrical person. Like
I just don't get the aura off him for how much love he's getting.
But dude, you don't like half ugly dudes? Like that's the allure.
He's not half ugly. Like
yes, he is.
I don't think that I think he's almost like he's Gollum level from like in my.
Oh, you think he's ugly?
I think he's ugly.
All right, I get you. Well, I mean, nowadays it's just like with the internet and stuff like that, it'll boast anybody up, right? You know, so you'll
Sure.
always get that something like that. I mean, like, listen, he's no Tom Hardy. Tom
No Tom
Hardy,
Hardy.
no, he's no Tom Hardy.
No,
You know.
no. Oh wait, was it you that said that you saw Bronson?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I
that was
just
a cool. That was a cool fucking movie
Love
when he's
that.
like greasing himself up and shit
Yeah,
like that. So he
Tom
can fight
Hardy's
the
short
ghosts.
too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, dude. He plays like a villain in the
But
Marvel movie.
that's what I mean is like one, Tom Hardy's handsome, but he also has the aura to kind of max out his presence.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
the leading man is oversaturated with people right now in movies who I don't think that can carry a movie.
Well, they already recasted. They already recasted the son for the 50s thing.
Yeah, so I think it's Jamie Bell, and Jamie Bell rules.
Okay, cool.
Jamie Bell absolutely rules.
Yeah.
But he's only ever played side characters, as far as I know. He was in the "Wake Me Up When September Ends" music video,
Cool.
if you're familiar.
Yeah.
Green Day, and then Jumper.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I love Jumper.
Yeah, dude. I freaking I actually just got cast. I'm gonna be Black Snape.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I love
They're gonna
that.
hate it.
Are you a big Harry Potter guy?
I love Harry Potter. Yeah.
I love Harry Potter.
So here, I have a very weird relationship with it because I've seen. So I grew up. I remember like we would have this little closet that we put our first computer in, which is really funny because I was like 5 and my mom just put the computer in the closet. Which at that point I don't think Wi-Fi was a thing, so it was hardwired in, so it didn't matter. But like we called it the Harry Potter room because it was just a little thing under the stairs, you know. And so I've seen every single Harry Potter at least 20 times.
Yeah,
I've seen all of them on mushrooms multiple times. And
Never.
that's when I started. So that's the thing. Is like when you take a bunch of mushrooms and you watch Harry Potter, you start to realize that shit doesn't make sense.
Did you I was going to say like what are give me like your top 3 like takeaways from seeing them sober and then like seeing them on mushrooms. Do you have like a different favorite or is it just is it all things that are bad? Well, just give me your give me your sober favorite.
Yeah, so I don't even know how to answer the question for favorite Harry Potter because I think like it changes all the time. I would feel like honestly, I think one of the best. Oh God! All right, so I'm just gonna go like gun to head favorite is probably 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I really like it because it's the birth of the Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Before they have to lend itself to the entire plot.
Yeah.
Where
they're still at school.
There's major like you have Sirius Black dying. Wait, no, Sirius Black was in 5. But like you start getting like the weight of everything happening in the world at once while they're still like trying to go to school, kinda.
Yeah.
And but I would say during Christmas it's 1 always. Yeah, Christmas is a Sorcerer's Stone type ass. Yeah.
Okay.
And then 4 was my basic ass mother. Like 4 was like I was a teenager and I'm just like I like fighting and I want to watch 4.
I think when you first said during Christmas time, I thought you were just talking about like the arbitrary like Harry Potter Christmas scene. Like I thought you were saying.
Oh
that.
yeah.
You were saying that like my favorite scene in Harry Potter is Christmas 1.
Happy Christmas, Harry. It's
Yeah.
So I'll
Red
go
hair
through the thought
and a
process.
hand-me-down robe.
Yeah,
must be a Weasley.
Must be a Weasley. It because it's a movie that lends itself to the coming of age story of while introducing a magical world that doesn't exist yet except in Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, and it was copied off of it by a transphobic person. But it's whatever.
That's the thing about Harry Potter though is the best part about Harry Potter is Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So once no matter how much you like the last 2 movies or whatever, there's less Hogwarts.
Yes.
And my stepdad, who got into Harry Potter very late in life and is like obsessed with it from like Thanksgiving till Christmas. That's like all that's on the TV when I go home. And he only likes the one, like the first like 3.
So everybody, So I'm gonna break this down. Do you know what? Where are we at? Yeah, we have more than enough time. So do you know what? I'm gonna pay, and then I'm deep diving.
Word.
So by all means, you could do nothing, or you could like hang out, get some beer, whatever.
Yeah, anybody that's wondering, my favorite Harry Potter is 5. And I know that might be a cold take, but exactly what Chris was saying, where they're still at school, but there's still stakes. Just want to give a quick shout out to Chris and give him a bunch of compliments while he's not here. Just like one of the most stand-up, no pun intended, guys that I've ever met. And so nice, so cool, so chill. Great conversationalist. And also just one of the most hardworking people that I know.
Also, if you want, like, I also have some Heinies, so if you wanted, like, a Heineken something, instead of the Nicola, I don't mind trading down for the sake of the lore.
I used the break just to say nice things about you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry about it.
Yeah. Well, I want to give you one last compliment.
Okay.
To round that out, and something that I've always thought about you since I met you. You give the best compliments out of like maybe anybody I've ever met.
Really?
You're so good at giving compliments that like every time you give me one, like I genuinely feel seen and special.
Oh, well, because I mean it.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
awesome.
It's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. That's actually really fucking cool. Thank you. That's one of the nicest things I've ever heard. All right, yeah.
But I also said my favorite Harry Potter is 5.
Wow, that's a hot take.
Yeah,
All right, so,
I know you wanted it. You wanted the heater. I gave you the heater.
So okay, so here I want to go through it for a second. So, the first Harry Potter.
We should just do like a fucking 3-hour long like just deep dive on the Harry Potters.
Do you know what?
Just one by one.
Yeah. So this is what I'll say. So come the fall.
Oh,
if this is happening,
fuck yeah!
Like, because I've always said that I'm gonna do Milk Talk until I don't want to do it. I don't need this to be successful.
Sure.
I just enjoy this. I think I get better at talking on a microphone, especially with people long form, by doing it.
Yeah, I just realized I can go as Black Snape for Halloween this year. So
Holy
free.
Shit.
But I did do Harry Potter this past year too.
Oh, dude,
Damn,
what a turn!
Am I the real? I might be the lamest, actually.
No.
Now that I'm coming to terms with it.
You're using the same stick you found outside from.
I have an Elder Wand in my sock drawer as we speak.
If you're dressed as Snape and you have the Elder Wand, you're like, yeah, but it's not really mine.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a whole long thing.
But all right, so going through it, I'll do an abridged version, and then we're gonna. This is the official announcement. Don and I are going to do a way too long Harry Potter deep dive. We're going to have my wife on as a special guest because she also loves Harry Potter. We have the Harry Potter pop figures. Very fun. All right. So, guys, come see us at some point in the fall. We're going to have way too long of a fucking... Dude, I would do a live stream where we just watch the movie until we get sued.
Yeah,
I would do it. And so...
How long? Well, when does the show come out? Is it in the fall or is it in December?
Do you know what? I don't know.
I feel like I hate this fucking thing that everything gets announced in like January, February of every year now. And then it's like, yeah, it's coming out in December.
Yeah, it pisses me off that like Fallout, for example, how they're just like, oh, guys, there's going to be 5 seasons and it takes like 2 years to make a season. It's just like, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, but
we have long COVID brain.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Everything seems too short and too long all at the same time.
Do you know what, though? That's a great segue back into COVID. I really, like, when it first happened, I was still living here. Like, I remember
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it was... So I was out the night before everybody stopped having to hang out with Eric. Shout out Eric Drum. We were out playing pool.
Yeah.
I remember
I threw a day long at my frat.
Hell yeah.
The day or on St. Patty's.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, so I was at Pub at St. Patty's, and we were deep cleaning it. Like, I was taking all the things off the shelves and cleaning, and then they were saying like, yo, go in the back and grab, all the stuff you want out of the fridge. We're not going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going to go bad, so I just like brought home, dude, you would not want to be scurvy around me. During COVID times, I had so many oranges from work. It was crazy.
I'm allergic to oranges.
And so, yes, I remember you saying that you get the tingles, and that's most citruses. I'm pretty sure you said, right?
Yeah. Orange,
that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it is. It is an annoying allergy to have, but
yeah.
the lime and the lemon I ignore, but the orange is
that's fair and
bad.
Smart, because lime and lemon are the best.
Yeah.
So with COVID though, I just hated I hated like I was very much in the camp of listening to all the rules, you know, just
Mm,
because I always thought like if my actions could save other people
yeah,
on top of myself, then I
sure.
don't see anything negative about it.
Yeah.
With the whole like living here, because I lived on like 28th and Cecil, so I had to pass Ridge every day walking,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like that's not a fun place to walk through, you know what I
No,
mean?
it's
There's just a
terrible.
lot of bar or like not even bars, a lot of places where people just stand out
Yeah.
and drink, and like
Mm.
it's just
There's a lot going on in general.
it's just a lot going on. It's very overstimulating, right? It's but when COVID happened, everybody was just hanging outside, and I'm
Mm.
like freaking out about it. I'm like, why are people, guys? There's like a thing we don't know about yet that's
Yeah.
just like going around, you know?
Hmm.
And they didn't care. So when I went back home, I moved back in with my mom and my brother.
Shout out your mom.
Shout out my mom, shout out my brother. And I took the last room, which was just this room with sailboats all over the wall because it used to be like this kid's room. It just, you know,
Nice.
and that's where I started DJing.
Oh.
So with my money,
Classic.
yeah. So with my money, what I like, because I just had, you know, a few grand just kind of like hanging around. So I was gonna get a car because I
Mhm.
moved from Philly back home. So I'm like, okay, well now I need a car,
Yeah.
and because I didn't need one here, just take the bus. And so I remember, which very funny when I moved to that house, I didn't have a bed. I didn't have a bed. I had an air mattress for a year. The last 2 months I was there, I had Nate's bed. And when Nate dropped the bed off, he was like, "I'm pretty sure I made both of my kids on this thing." And I was like, "Hey,
Nice.
thanks, Nate." So shout out
Nice.
Nate. And so anyway, I moved home and I learned how to DJ because like I had nothing else to do, and I was DJing to like hundreds of people a night live on Facebook because I was on this like
No way.
yeah, dude, because there's this thing called Honest Trav's Virtual Dive Bar, which is just filled with 100,000 degenerate people
Damn.
way older than me that are
That's sick.
drinking every day, and everybody's like live streaming shotguns and stuff. And I would DJ on there, and people would like, you know, tip me money for DJing. I sucked
Damn.
too, like I was garbage. Like, and what I would do is I had a speaker blasting at the phone
Mm.
because I couldn't get copyrighted.
Mm.
So my mom and my brother heard me every single night for 2 years
Damn.
blasting music, dude, dubstep. Like
Yeah.
they're falling asleep to dubstep. This is a horrible. Now that I realize this, one, I would do anything for my family because they let me do that, and two, I was obnoxious as shit.
Sure.
It was so bad that like when I stopped DJing, people would like my mom and brother would think my voice was annoying
Mm.
because of how used to the sound they were. So, but dude, all COVID. I spent the rest of my money on a computer. I spent the rest of my money on this thing. This was worth a car back in the day, and now my cat sleeps on it, which people are gonna hate that I said that, but I clean it a lot. And I just played video games. I played Among Us and DJ'd. That's
Nice.
what I did during COVID.
Yeah, no, I was a junior, second semester junior in college.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess I got hit, like my crowd or whatever got like hit with the same kind of like missing out on certain things. Like my college graduation was like social distanced and it was like outside and like nobody was like allowed to come. But the first year was literally me and my two friends. One of them lived in a different apartment in this big apartment building that we lived in on campus, and then the other one lived on 17th Street. So there was a bunch of break-ins like during COVID because everyone like fled like immediately. Like one day it was like everyone was there, and then the next day it was a ghost town. You know what I mean? Like you could walk for blocks and blocks around Temple, and you wouldn't see a single person, which is insane.
Yeah.
So we went, got him, moved him in to my buddy's apartment, and then like just shacked up. And the only reason that my parents let me stay was because I had my other two friends there.
Yeah.
So like for I don't think I went home until Christmas. So I think I saw my mom maybe once during that first like hard year of COVID. When I think she like came down to the city like one time.
Yeah.
But other than that, like total boys night.
Sure.
Like boys night for months and months and months of
That's
just
so
like
cool.
hanging out. I was like talking to my one friend who was there with me. Shout out Jake.
Shout out Jake.
And he's like, yeah, given the opportunity, would do the same thing the exact same way.
Yeah.
Because like we weren't even drinking. Like we were literally just hanging out.
Yeah, that's
like,
where you experiment and find stuff.
Yeah,
You know
just
what I mean?
doing literally everything into the, and then some people would
Cuddle.
would literally just like, because everyone else left, and then we were like really strict on the rules too for the first like year.
Sure.
Like, didn't really like fuck around, like, but it was just us three living together, so we all just could see each other every day. And there's comes like a certain, you get on a schedule where like you can't start hanging out before a certain time because you run out of things to talk about. You know what I mean? So like we weren't allowed to like hang out before like 11:30 in the morning. And then it's still, we would run out of shit to talk about like by like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And then maybe like once every month or once every week we'd have like a visitor come from out of town and hang out with us for the day because they'd be going nuts at home.
Oh yeah. That would like, so I lucked out, right? Because when I moved to Philly, I was working at that serving job I was talking about, and then I would go back for the summers because it would be so dead at that I would just go home and make money, because I'm not the on schedule is opposite here as it is there. Like summer is our on.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm leaving, fucking 5 to 10 grand on the table by not going home.
Yeah.
So I would like go home and serve, and then when COVID started, I went right back to the Jube, and then it was the Jubilee. That's what it's called. And I, instead of serving, it would be takeout. So we would be doing takeout outside and stuff like that. So we were getting paid like fucking, I don't know, $15 an hour plus tips. And people like, dude, the first year of COVID, people were tipping like a son of a bitch just because we were open.
Well, also everyone was on government assistance.
Oh, we were getting stimmies, dude.
Yeah, so everyone was like going out of control with that, and then like
Those stimmies were sick.
19.
Yeah.
So, infinite money glitch. Just like a global tragedy to have your parents send you money all the time. Like,
oh, dude, I have a computer and my mom lets me smoke cigarettes inside.
Yeah,
dude, I used to drink like. That's because what really got me is working at the bar the first time really sunk me deep into like daily drinking.
As it does.
Yeah, it's you're working with the devil on both your shoulders. You know what I mean? But
where it's like if you're having a good time, ooh, we're drinking. If you're having a bad time, we're drinking. And you need to go to the supermarket later. Just have a couple Mick Ultras. When I got home, nothing wrong with some Mickey Slims on a Monday. Mickey Slim Monday.
Mickey Slim Monday. Hey, cheers and cheers. Yeah, dude, this has been awesome. So when I started boozing real hard and I got home, I would do the same thing. This is going to disgust you. I would go to the gas station every day. I don't know why I wouldn't just pick up 2 days at a time. Probably because they wouldn't let me, or because I was scared of being judged.
It was COVID. It's the adventure. It was it's getting out of your house.
Yeah.
Like having you have to get a routine of doing, even if it's something degenerate.
Dude, my routine was buying 4 Natty Daddies a day.
Yeah.
For $5.
The big one.
The big one. Extra ounce. There's an extra ounce. It's a 25-ounce can.
I love that.
I still like Natty Ices. I don't mind them.
There's a guy on TikTok who his whole thing is just drinking the big one.
Yeah.
And that's how I found, like, I think I've drinking a Natty Ice like once. Yeah. But you see the cans around, and I had no idea that it said the big one on it. And it's great marketing.
Dude, Natty Daddies, bro, are like the grossest, most fucking back of house bullshit I've ever drank. And I drank them, dude. I would fucking drink 4 of them, 100 ounces of Natty Daddy every day. And so when I started, like, I didn't really like drink like that again until I moved back here.
I wasn't into beers yet. Like, even though like I was like in college, like doing the whole thing, like I just wasn't like much of a drinker because I just like, I had this like fake idea in my head that like, because I don't really perceive myself as like a big guy. Like, I'm sure you've gotten this your whole life too, and even at the bar where people are like, hey, big man, like that whole thing. Like, gotten that my whole life, but like I never really feel like that unless it's like getting into like a small car. That's like or when I'm clothes shopping.
I get what you mean. Planes for me.
Yeah. But other than that, like I don't really perceive myself that way. But drinking, I was like, I just can't drink beer. Like it just doesn't really like. It's just not worth the full feeling. You know what I mean? Like I just had this mentality, so like I was just kind of never on beers. If I was on beers during COVID, I probably never wanted to leave.
That's why, to me, it doesn't make sense for me to get light beer unless it's like a day where I'm trying to be a person, right? Because like if I get a 15 pack of Miller, versus a 6-pack of, like not even Heineken, but like just whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Dogfish or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't feel anything until I drink 8 Millers. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like I really don't, and that also lends itself to the fact that I drink a lot. But
I-
it's like I really need like at least a 6-pack in me before I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like 6-pack is like when I'm ready for cigarettes.
I think working my biggest takeaway from like working at a bar is realizing like the effects of like casual drinking. Like the idea of having one beer. Like the idea of having one beer was like this dumbest idea to me before. And
Yeah,
now,
because you
and
don't get drunk.
yeah,
So what's the point?
but now like I feel like maybe it's just all in my head, but I feel like I can feel the effects of like one beer or 2 beers. Like it's a very like big distinction in my mind.
No, same.
But
Well, I don't like getting drunk now. Like
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it. Like I don't like.
me and Evan got drunk on Saturday.
Nice. You guys got to start inviting me to stuff because I am gonna start getting sad.
Well,
I know I'm working. I know I'm
You
working.
just said you don't get drunk.
I know I'm working. Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna come hang.
Yeah,
I
I
have
know.
to drive, so I'd come hang,
True,
and I could
true.
get you guys home.
Yeah, well, I drunk DM'd you the other day. Well, you didn't know I was drunk, but when I DM'd you about your pool, going to play pool with you.
Oh yeah.
I was shit faced.
Yeah, dude, I'm always down to go play pool.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
I was I groupied out in Chris's DMs because I saw him going out and playing pool with friends, and
it was like not me wanting to go play or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, it's fucking. I'll always go down and play pool. I mean, it's cool because on Tuesdays I go to Brownies, which is open mic on fucking, I forget what street it is, but it's in Old City, and it's like, do you know like Club Cuba? I'm trying to think of places. It's literally like a fucking ass hair away from Buffalo Billiards.
Okay.
So it's like
Oh,
right
okay,
there,
yeah.
right near Penn's Landing. and
Yes,
stuff
yes,
like that.
yes.
So
I do know Club Cuba.
if I don't do anything, that was the first time I ever went to a place with long hair, and they told me I couldn't have a hat, so I had to be in there with my stupid ass fucking long hair. It pissed me off, and I was dressed way too nice, and everybody else was. I just hate dressing nice to get sweaty.
Mhm.
It sucks. So. I like going to Buffalo Billiards before the open mic if I don't do anything beforehand, just because it's like happy hour is good there.
Mhm.
The pool's fine. I have never played pool there actually because it's a little expensive, but like
Shuffleboard though.
I suck at shuffleboard, dude. I have lead in my hands.
I'm nasty.
I just don't have the feather touch like that. Like with pool, dude. When I watch people at work play pool, it's disgraceful. So dumb. I just feel like an old person for caring. But it's like, once you get to a point of like playing pool competitively,
You should start snatching sticks. Like, show me,
dude. I am such a little pool. Because like I'll go in there and be like, "Hey guys, can we take our beers off of the railing, please? Can we respect the felt?" And then other times people would be like, "Yeah, but it's curving." I'm just like, "Yeah, we're in a bar. It's a piece of shit. What do you want?" It's because we pick it up and put it down every day.
I think for sure. I also like any issue at work is the immediate calculations of like how much work and like money would go into solving something versus like how long it's going to stay fixed for. Like that's the ultimate equation. You know what I mean? Like
which is why you get a dartboard instead of a pool table. By the way, it's like the ultimate. I mean, they have a lot of art and like windows and fucking like it wouldn't make sense at our job.
Mm-mm.
But like when we got rid of the pool table at work because of COVID, because that was a huge thing too. They got rid of it because of COVID, because it's just like, oh, you're touching the chalk and the fucking, and all that stuff. So me, my buddies, Josh, Deegan, and Greg. So Deegan and Greg were
that's a white crew right there.
Oh, very much. So Deegan was somebody I used to work at Red Robin, and we once had an argument about Kobe Bryant because I said he was a ball hog.
Is that bottomless fries?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we ended up being the GM of this like restaurant in Kalahari, right? And then Greg is like, I don't know, 50 something, just a chef. Like he's the head chef of like the nicest restaurant at a resort.
Yes,
like
chef.
he's a very, very good at what he does type of guy. Both of them very good at the jobs. and then me and my buddy Josh, and we would play darts, like wooden darts, like not like the normal ones, but you know what I'm talking about, like the inside out circle. We would play that at nauseum. Like we would play darts every day and gamble every day, just playing darts on drinks and stuff like that, because there was nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah.
So we got really good at darts, and then they got the pool table back, and we haven't touched darts since. Like
Nice.
it was immediate how we were just like, we don't need to do
That's
that.
another one of my probably. I'll give you 2 more hot takes.
And then we're gonna do bangers and dangers. You're gonna do 2 hot takes. I'm gonna take my second piss. Bangers and dangers. This will be my longest episode, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy it's you.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, quick hot takes. First one is I hate games.
What do you mean games? Games is a very open-ended.
I know, and I mean it to be that way. Only because mainly like it's like board games, drinking games, things like that. Like where like rules need to be explained first.
Oh, you're not a Pong guy.
Yeah. Well, I like Pong,
Mm-hmm.
but that's pretty self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
And then like other games just because I'm bad at them. Like I hate being bad at things. So like darts, pool, things like that. Like I'll play pool, like, but only if I'm around people who I know like also are
Pool's
shit.
a sport. It's not a sport. I'm just
But yeah, that's people hate, like my friends hate me for that. And then the other hot take, which has nothing to do with anything, is pastries and baked goods better room temperature or cold.
Oh, then warm?
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think like it firms it up, especially like, dude, the only time I would want it warm is like specifically a muffin if I put butter on it, right?
Yeah,
Like that's the only time. But like in
Yeah.
terms of croissants,
And
like an hour after they're made, it's the best.
Yeah.
When it settles just a little bit, it's
And
fucking sick.
I don't say that to say that warm or pastries or baked goods are bad. I'm just saying that my preference is cold, like, or room temperature.
I like overcooked cookies.
Yeah, man.
I like people are like, I like soft cookies and cookie dough. One, if I want cookie dough, I'll just eat cookie dough.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of eggs.
Mm.
I'm not afraid of fucking chickens. What?
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
No,
of
I'm
I'm
not
not
afraid.
afraid of fucking shit.
No, I ain't afraid of fucking shit or the salmonella I'd get from the shit. You know, I hate that. But I do like sugar cookies when it's just like a little crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit gets me so good.
Yeah.
I love that. Like baked goods in general. I'm not really like, I'm only a sweet guy when I fucking.
You're always a sweet guy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Come on. Now, let me go to the bathroom first before you start saying these things. But I've never been like, I've always been more towards the saltiness.
Mm.
Do you know what really got me into sweets is when I stopped drinking for a long period of time. That's when I started to sweeten.
Yeah. My one buddy
You know?
just quit boozing for Lent. He's like my biggest booze hound friend. And he'll just give up drinking just to see if he can still for like extended periods of time. So he was off booze for Lent, which ruined my life because he's like my only friend that I drink with. I was like, oh, you pick up any like
That hurt. No, continue. No, it's fine.
We're on vice versa schedules, Chris. But if you want to start boozing on Mondays, we can start boozing on Mondays.
We've been
consistently.
It is my date night. So as long as hey,
well, y'all just come.
You'll just come over and we'll watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, and but I was like, yo, you pick up anything like any sweets, like you've been picking out or whatever, and he was like, no. It's like I'm like, no, come on,
fuck
dude.
you, dude.
Like, please,
that sucks.
just help me. I gotta have all the vices. Like all my friends are like insurance, finance bros, guys, 9-to-5ers, like, and they have like little to no vices and are dropping them year by year.
Yeah, but then you talk to them once, and then they're just like fucking, like, do you got any fucking chisel? You got any coke? You know what I mean? You got any coke, dude?
No, they don't even. They don't. They definitely don't.
So they have 9-to-5s and they're not doing coke.
No
All
chisel.
right.
No chisel.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude. I think that's the thing with me too, is because like I always get so afraid of sobriety because it's like I have such, but it's such a double-edged sword because when I am sober, I feel what I hate about me being sober is my
That's
ADHD.
the worst part is feeling.
Well, no, I don't mind it because I'm a very like I was raised by my mom, so it's just like it was.
You're in
so
touch.
were you? Yeah. I'm just in touch with feelings. Like I never minded crying.
Yeah.
You know, or like just like having to think, but like my ADHD accentuates when I'm like I notice how much time I'm wasting.
Sure.
But when I'm drunk, it doesn't matter. Time just fleets by.
Yeah.
But I'm also smoking cigarettes. I'm staying up later. My health deteriorates, stuff like that. But like when it's that jump from being completely fucked up to being completely sober is so scary just because it's like it's like a somber realization that you're one decision away from only being with you.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like that was always the monster. It's on the monsters out of my head. And so like it was never like being sober is never the problem, and being fucked up was always fun.
This is
But
just
it's
the decision.
the process of the transition of being like, this first night I'm not gonna get fucked up is like the hardest thing.
Sure. I don't think I'm ever like scared of the idea of sobriety, and I don't really think about it like that. Like I really do see myself just slowly like adopting a more sober lifestyle like as I get older.
Sure.
That's just how it's been thus far.
I would say so as well. Yeah.
But it's more so the idea, like the nihilism, or like the nihilist in me, of being like,
None of it matters.
or just being like, depravity doesn't make you happier. Like I think that's like
cool. That's a very good.
Just like
clip that.
Just like depriving yourself of like certain things or pleasures is so in the zeitgeist of social media, being like healthier living. Take this pill, it'll make you skinnier. Take this and you'll be whatever, and you'll be happier and whatever. And I'm like,
drink Rise coffee.
Yeah,
mushroom coffee.
I'm so pro on like doing whatever it takes to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like shitting on anybody, but I think like it's so commodified now.
Do you come from? Oh, I'm sorry. Finish your point.
No, that's
so
it.
commodified now, please.
It's just like I don't know. Like I think people are monetizing
the healthiness of it
all. You know what I mean?
Like they always have. Like they on TV, they would sell you like workout stuff. You know what I mean? Like they would be like, oh, why did you ever see those fucking like cortisol things?
Yeah.
Where you're like, hey, do you have a fat fucking face? And you're just like, nuh-uh. And then you're like, do I? And you have to like think about it.
Well, like drinking is just down like an insane amount.
Yeah, billions of dollars.
Like,
billions of dollars. Same thing with smoking, dude.
Yeah.
This is the first time in American history where 10 or less % of Americans smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, and
I am a minority.
The main aspect of it is just social interaction. Like that is the actual like currency that like the alcohol industry is like funding. Like that is.
Dude, that's why I love smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, that's what people get out of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. It's sad. It's sad to see that like people post COVID are like losing out on these things. But there's obviously better ways. Like there's like run clubs and like things like that where you can like find community.
Yeah.
But I always think about it like whenever I get like especially down, I'm like, there's a large number of the population that have like no one. Like true no one. Like true no friends. You know what I mean? Like and people would be shocked about how many people go to bars every single day alone. You know what I mean? And like looking for community and even go to bars every day for years and like can't really like find like they like find like people they like, but they're not really like following up on that, you know? So I don't know. Just something that's been on my mind more and more.
Something that always got me recently is like what I've noticed is just like I'm getting to a point. I've always been fairly self-aware of my like internal reading of myself. And one thing that I've been having a really hard time with is just like now that the last time I got high on shrooms, and I'd probably say the last like 10 or 20 times that I've just gotten stoned, especially off of like actual bud and not like, because the pen doesn't even count. The pen is its own fucking thing. You're just sitting there getting way too high all the time.
You don't get high, you just get confused.
Yeah. But like I've noticed like I just have a lot of like issues that I have to deal with before I could like enjoy this again, because I'm getting to the point where
the responsibilities of it all.
Not even, dude. It's just like
actual personal stuff.
When I'm fucking high, all I do is like think about if I'm not thinking about me dying, I'm thinking about people I love dying and like the ends of chapters of stuff.
Sure.
And like I have this like really weird. The way I think about it, and this is something that like I've spoken about on the pod before, just like my absolute crazy fear of death and stuff, is like I just end up having these mental spurts where I like physically like twitch out, like thinking about it. It's very, very weird. But it's like when I'm thinking about all these things, I'm realizing that I'm getting scared for things that haven't happened yet because I've been lucky enough not to deal with any of it or have to deal with any of it. Like I've had a very lucky life.
I've always thought about that until like obviously like our very recent like personal bad stuff, but like I've always had that same exact thought where it's like you just think of the stats of it all.
I just have
Be like,
I have it too good.
something is bound to like really like bad. And I'm not like a super spiritual person, but I've always thought I'm like, if there is a higher power, like that's like my greatest sign of it all is like he hasn't given me a battle that like like I feel like I'm such a quitter and like such a bitch that like I can't deal with like the things that I know that other people in my life had to deal with just like personally, you know.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Like things that you couldn't even imagine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like that's also another thing where it's like in terms of me having kids, for example, up until very, very recently, like I'd probably say in like the last year or two, I was like like so afraid. I wouldn't say deathly afraid, but like so afraid of having kids because I thought I would have to give up my self-worth and a sense of self.
Mhm.
But like now, especially through, you know, like I have the ability to look at people I look up to on a daily basis because they post on a daily basis, and like there's more people than ever that I've seen that are like outwardly like, hey, you can have a family and be successful.
Mm.
And if anything, it made me more successful.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like I don't know how to, like, obviously it's the balance of it all,
Mm.
but yeah, man. So I just always had kind of like those overthinking issues and like all that. And now, like when I think like when I was like the last time I was like smoking a joint, I thought it was great until I started thinking about it. It was just like, oh my God, I've never had somebody like this or that die or like whatever like that. Cause like it's one thing if I die, but then if somebody else dies, then I have to fucking deal with it. And then I'm going to want to die because somebody else died. So it's like a whole loop, right?
Chain reaction.
It's just yeah, exactly. It's like if you've ever lit TNT in Minecraft, it's just exactly like that.
Well, at least you're getting like at least like some hope mongered.
Yeah.
On like on the actual like not depressing aspects of choices and decisions and
sure,
like you know what I mean.
Yeah, and it's kind of exactly that, man. It's just like I always kind of not stayed out of the way, but I never really liked being against the grain in like a one-on-one setting. Like obviously if like I'm in punk and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, fuck the fucking government, so like whatever. But like one thing I've noticed though is something that I really enjoy about Philly that's gotten me is just like it taught me like not having an opinion is way worse than having an opinion.
For sure.
And I never realized that because I was always very, very safe in the middle. Like I was friends with everybody. And the more I talk to people I don't like, the more I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are people, even in the like not so much in the comedy scene. Like there's very few people. I couldn't even count on one full hand how many people I dislike in the comedy scene. But it's like if you don't like stand by what you stand for, because you can hate something and be respectful about it. You know what I mean?
Well, there's just so many people in the city, and there's at least one other you. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like came to realize is like I'm the exact opposite. Like I've always been like super not combative or controversial, but like I like people to know who I am. You know what I mean? Like I feel weird if I'm interacting in a situation and I think somebody doesn't get the full idea. You know what I mean? Like that gives me like a sense of anxiety from like when I was a kid because people love to like pass judgments on like fucking black people for how they look and how they talk and how they dress. And like I was into like punk music and skating and all this type of shit. And people did not fuck with that at all. And I'm like, that just made me want to double down even harder.
Yeah.
So then growing up in small town Connecticut, like I thought I was like fucking special and like really cool. And then you move here and everyone has an opinion on everything and everyone has a take and everyone has a passion and everyone is the most different guy from their hometown.
Yeah.
And it makes you like appreciate like the fact that like playing it safe like isn't always like the best idea. But it also like I don't know, or it made me feel like a little smaller.
That can be in its own sense like it could be daunting, but it's almost relieving because one thing I noticed is just like I thought about it. I'm just like, you know, I'm not famous away from being a comedian for life. I am like 50,000 followers on something.
Yeah, I love that take that you have. Like
You know what
I
I mean?
love that you have like such a practical approach to your style of living.
Yeah.
Which is like something I think that a lot of people that we know, like our mutuals, all have like a really good grasp on, like whether like they're super happy about it or not.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows the means in which they could change their life to make them happier, whether they're like willing to do it or not.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And like self-realization is something that I really took a lot of. One thing that I always like thought I was good at was emotional intelligence and kind of just like reading people's emotions, and you know what I mean. But at the same time, it came at the double-edged sword of just me being over emotional, right? You know, back then I was beside myself when someone didn't like me because I didn't understand it. But now I'm actually going through a little thing kind of right now where it's like I had a homie that I've known for years, right? And I'm going to be very loose with it because it's very current and it's no one you know. It's just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But like one day just decided I ain't talking to him anymore. I have no clue why. I think I might know why, but it's like I'm a dude who like even if you don't fuck with me, I would rather right my wrong and just like apologize, even if we mutually split up.
Sure.
But like what I've learned through all of this time of being over emotional or like overthinking people's intentions, even though I'm not that person. It's the same thing with, you know, comedy. It's like just because someone's not booking you doesn't mean it just means you're not right there, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? You can't take it personally. But like he just, you know, said, nah, I ain't talking to that guy anymore. I was like really drawn back by it for like quite some time. I'm still very hurt by it, right?
Sure.
But one thing that I noticed through like my own like just self whatever is just like I might have wronged this person and I am to this moment willing to reconcile something that I've done wrong because I think that's the right thing to do and it would make me feel better, you know. But if somebody who you consider someone close to you just chooses one day to drop you without telling you why, then they just did you a favor.
Oh yeah.
They did you a favor because it's wild. Like you're talking like hundreds of times of hanging out, thousands of hours of hanging out, and then all of a sudden it's nothing. It hurts. It hurts a lot, but it's like one of those things where it's just like if I'm not worth a conversation when it's bad, then even if we were to reconcile it, I know what type of friend you are.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's like cool. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I don't fuck with that. Like I'm an adult, you know what I mean? As is he, you know, and and we're chilling.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. I don't need you to be in my life if that means I'm causing you something.
I do love a goodbye though.
I love a goodbye. I would have loved a conversation that wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like it's the closure aspect of things is so important. And I would have loved to have that conversation, but it's like, I would be driving myself crazy wondering how I could fix something, and then that would turn into me being annoying about it without trying to be.
Sure.
And then that just makes everything more like if you hate the rain and then one drop of water keeps dropping, you're gonna get pissed at that fucking water, even though it's just a little bit of something that's like real. So with that said, the self-personal growth and like the self-preservation, realizing that I live for somebody else now. It's not just me, it's me and my wife, you know. It's you kind of have to take. There's too many people in the world to really worry about people's intentions, you know? And so I would rather just try and fix things that I've done myself. And if I can't, then I can't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I really look up to you in that sense of like, I think that's like my next stage and like my like weed paranoia is always comes down to like my goodbyes that I didn't have. And then what's like the next stage, you know what I mean? Like what's like the next stage of all this shit. And like, I want to get a cat so bad. Like, right. I've been so many of my closest friends have cats. Most of my closest friends have 2 cats.
Afraid of the cat dying?
Yeah. And then so I had a dog growing up that passed like 2 or 3 years ago. And it was like my dog. Like I like took care of it all the way up until the point where like I left for college and then my mom kind of took over, but fully trained it, like the whole deal. And it died like prematurely in a very like traumatic way. So
that blows. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, like the pet thing that sucks, and then also just like getting a dud, like scared, like the commitment of it all, like I would never like unhouse my like an animal. Like,
no,
once
you
I
deal
have
with
it,
it
you know
until
what
it
I mean?
dies.
But like
because...
I will be pissy and very annoyed. Like I will be not chill about it at all. But that and just like I don't know, getting a girlfriend, like the whole everything, like it all that's all like
it rolls over onto each other though. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a ball. You have to get the ball rolling before it starts collecting snow.
Is the caring about something other than myself. Like, I just got really good at caring for myself.
Well, that's a good thing that you're starting to do that, because it's like, I don't know you in like a relationship sort of sense. Like, I've never seen you ever like talk to anyone specifically, but it's like you aren't like a hothead.
No,
you know what I mean? So
no,
it's just
not
like
at all.
it's when I see people
yeah.
like for
It's purely a personal thing. It's not like I'm flying off the handle and like throwing hands, or like I'm like where it's purely just like me like taking account of everything that I've seen and all the relationships that I've known, and
it's
being
kind of
like,
just like giving a little bit of yourself away. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful
it's
thing.
hard.
Well, for example, like the not too long ago, my wife kind of like, you know, it was 3-4 in the morning. I was hanging out, drinking a few beers, playing some video games. And my wife just comes out and she was just like, you know what, I miss you. I want you to come lay down.
Hell
and
yeah.
she very, very rarely is, you know what I mean? Like ever bothers me. Like, and she's not a bother, but like that's how she felt.
Yeah,
you know
I know
what I mean?
what you mean.
And I immediately was like, oh, absolutely. Because I feel like any dude in some weird hellscape of whatever reality we live in now is just going to be like, what the, you're asleep. Why the fuck would I even want to fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of like the realization of just like, you know, giving a little to get the ultimate goal of happiness amongst, you know, a partnership, which is give a little, get a little.
Yeah.
Then it's like I'm sitting there and she's like, what are you drinking? I'm like, oh, I had a full beer. I brought the beer in bed. You know what I mean? So like I was drinking the beer in bed because it's like I opened the beer. I'm going to drink it and I'm going to watch like whatever's on your YouTube algorithm on the TV because I didn't sign in.
Yeah. That's
And
the part of the balance.
I'm watching Evan and Caitlin. Or like, well, you know what I mean? Just random fucking tandem couples that are building stuff.
That's the part of the balance that's the hardest, because like my job like takes so much of me giving a little to strangers. You know what I mean? So not the guy that not that I'm the guy that's like, really, like you're really gonna fucking ask that for me right now? Like that's not like me at all. It's just the fact that like I don't want to turn into that because of like I'm not complete in some other like aspect of life.
Do you know what it is though? And this isn't the podcast where I talk you into quitting your job.
Sure.
But at the same time, like once you find the passion for what you're kind of looking for, like I truly believe that your next step of your own self-actualization is understanding that you have a lot more to give when you're not just giving to people who don't give a shit.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you give all of your social battery to people who suck.
Yeah,
I mean, and then the people you're close to, obviously.
Yeah, I think like that just like puts like a really high expectation on somebody that I'm like might be seeing, which like feels really unfair.
Yeah, dude, it's not like we don't live ample lifestyles. You know what I mean? Like it's very niche, but we're good at what we do. You know,
God,
but
I'm so fucking niche. All right.
Yeah, I'm so niche. So I'm gonna fucking niche in the bathroom really quick, and then we're gonna do bangers and dangers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see.
I gotta piss too.
Yeah. Guess first, please. Yeah. Okay.
Should have just did sunglasses the whole time. I can't wait till I'm like fully actualized North Philly unk, so I can just wear sunglasses at all times, indoors, outdoors, nighttime, daytime. Something I'm really looking forward to. But until then, I'll concede. I'll concede to societal standards. Sunglasses pod for Harry Potter extravaganza though in the fall.
So we're back from our short break, and we are rocking this. This is going to be the longest milk talk yet. You know, chocolate milk talk, longer, blacker, and
better.
Uncut. We like that.
How long has it been? I can't see.
2 hours, 22 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, I gotta get to the fucking. Yeah, I gotta. So
right.
we're gonna do
bang and dang.
Bang and dang. Okay, so guys, now it's time for bangers and dangers. All right, so how it goes is I'm gonna give you a subject, and you're gonna tell me if you think it's a banger or a danger. Then we're gonna riff on it, and we'll just see where it goes. All right, so and one of them's red. I don't know why. I keep saying that, but I should probably figure out a reason why. So first banger or danger today, guys, is cereal.
Fuck yeah! All right, so. Absolute banger.
Cool.
Maybe like one of my favorite things in life ever.
Yeah. What's your favorite cereal?
Probably like probably Probably Cookie Crisp, honestly.
Is it very good? Yeah, my buddy Mars loves Cookie Crisp. Shout out Mars.
I think it's just like the best experience overall. The worst part is you kind of have to wait, or else it'll just like tear your mouth to shreds.
Oh, I don't mind that.
But the product is the best. The soggy is still good, and then the is classic.
Cool.
But last night I did eat like half a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, in like one sitting.
You gotta
like,
mix them.
Yeah, I feel like every time I do that, like it never really works out like the way that I wanted to.
My buddy is like a huge mixer of cereals.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has he has a lot of biracial cereals.
Yeah. Do you have any off brands that you frequent? Me and my one homie, shout out Devin, the Aldi Golden Grams better than the original Golden Grams, and it's just like top tier. So if you have an Aldi, if you have an Aldi near you, tap into that. It's super specific.
So I very rarely have cereal. Like I love cereal. It's just like today I had cereal. I had Honey Nut Cheerios. I love Honey Nut Cheerios. But like my favorite, my favorite cereals are kind of like all kind of tied and bunched up together depending on my mood. Like I'm a huge fan of like Captain Crunch, huge Captain Crunch guy, huge Frosted Flakes guy. Pretty much anything that's gonna ruin my mouth, I'm down for it. With cereal in general.
That's what she said.
Amen.
Sorry.
Hey, that's our first. That's what she said on the.
Actually,
podcast. It might have been. I mean, it might have. Kyle might have said something, but that was definitely way cooler than whatever he said.
Everything I do is better cooler than Kyle. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can never really stay committed to cereals for a whole box these days. Like I feel like I was pretty.
Shut up. I'm sorry.
She hates cereal.
It's fine. She'll get over it.
Cat food is just cereal. No.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I don't like drinking like that because it fucking makes my thrusty all wet.
Yeah, you got to get the. That's my other like, not even a hot take. If I encourage you, get it. Not only this isn't a health supplement thing, although it does make your tummy feel better. It just simply tastes better. Like
yeah,
it'll change you.
Well, I was huge into like my problem is like I love like almond. I think almond's great, but I refuse to use it with my coffee. I will never like, dude. I don't care if like brings me to almost a brink of death. Like coffee with is its own beverage. It is its own beverage, and I'm not diverting from it. My coffee is the same every single day.
Does it have to be whole? Like what kind of do you buy?
So I'm usually down with either whole or half and half. But half and half is super thick. But like the cool thing about half and half is that you can buy the stuff that's like super hydrogenized. So it's like you can get one that's gonna last as an fuck in your fridge for 2 months.
Yeah, so like that's usually what I go with. But I did just purchase my first sugar-free creamer.
Interesting.
And it just felt like the death of a bachelor. Like
yes.
like the fuck.
yeah. Yeah, it makes complete sense.
But it just felt like the ultimate like pussification of like I said, like depriving yourself of things like doesn't make you happier, and like that was like my first step to be like, all right, like let's just test it out. Let's just see how it is.
And you were sad. Because it was just wet. It was just wet cereal.
No, this is just for coffee. Just for coffee.
Oh, okay.
I would no. I'm pretty much like my mom was no soft drinks in the house, not even juice, 2%. Kind of that was just like our household. So ever since I've had money and been out of the house, like I've just been a whole truther. Like I don't care how fat it makes me.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, like because I only drink. With coffee, and then seldomly I'll have like cereal, but like most times it's like you're not drinking them for some cereals. Like if I'm having like, by the way, I think Honey Smacks are fucking awesome. I don't think people talk about Honey Smacks a lot.
It's been at least a decade.
Yeah, I always enjoy them. But like I never have that much for it to matter, but I realize it when I like eat cheeses.
Are you ever eating cereal for breakfast?
Yeah, I ate it today.
Really?
Yeah.
So I was a habitual cereal for breakfast
but it doesn't keep me hungry. It gets me hungry in 10 minutes.
I'm like purely cereal for dessert now. It seems
that's a great take.
It seems ridiculous to eat cereal for breakfast.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I never really want sweet for breakfast.
No, I get it. Like I'm usually a savory guy for breakfast. Like the only time. Like what's your breakfast order? Like if you like just go like perfect diner in your head, go.
Sure. So like I'm always gonna go like the standard. For meat, I'm not doing bacon. I think bacon's pretty overrated. I'm going pork sausage.
Crazy. Okay.
Ideally disc or
Patties?
like patties over
Discs.
disc or patties over like links, and then like
Wow. Okay.
I think if every diner would go back to hash browns over home fries, then the world would be a better place. Like
Hash brown. Okay, so
so
just for the folks at home.
cubed diced potatoes, those are home fries.
Yeah.
Hash browns are like stringy,
You like stringy.
the stringy baked into like almost like a patty or a disc, kind of cooked on two sides, crispy.
Yeah.
I much prefer those, and I think that the good to bad ratio is way higher on those to home fries. And then
I think home fries
with
are awesome. It's
those
just French fries for breakfast. Do you put syrup on them?
with onions,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was always scrambled eggs
Yeah.
with cheese, but I've been in a sunny side up phase.
Yeah.
So, and then like white toast.
So I only like sunny side up eggs on sandwiches. I really like if it's just eggs, I'm eating scrambled eggs because then I could like you said, add cheese to it. I could add a little more seasoning to it without worrying about the mess or anything.
Yeah, but that's like my and then like if I'm gonna get fancy and no, I guess not niche, but gotta have like the avocado in there. Like the avocado is so necessary for me these days.
So I'm gonna sound like this is my last meal, but like when I go to this one specific diner that gives me fucking bubble gut every time, I don't even care. But like if I had like gun to my head, eat too much food breakfast, it would be corned beef hash. I'm a fucking huge corned beef hash guy. Dude, out of the can.
I like how you realize that halfway through. You're like,
dude,
I'm not doing it justice.
Dude, dude, people will give me like fresh corned beef hash and like get this shit away from me. I want one that was in a can that was loaded onto a fucking shelf by a sociopath. Like that's the type of shit that I want. So
if they didn't curse about life while stocking it, it doesn't taste as good.
Fucking dog food, dude. Yeah, my dad actually never shared his with me. He used to call it dog food and said, "No, I have to eat it because they have to get rid of it, buddy." And I never had it. And then I had it. I'm like, no wonder why, because it's the shit. It's awesome. It's just potatoes and meat. So that blueberry pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah. And sausage gravy and biscuits.
Like that.
Yeah, that's like my way too much. I'm gonna like on the go though. Huge pork roll guy, huge pork roll sandwich guy on a Kaiser.
So I got influenced the other day because I saw this breakfast place that I will not name because it's a small business and I want them to do well. But it looked really good and it's in like Deep Fish Town. I was like, I like woke up hungover one day and I was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So I went and they have like like lunch sandwiches and then breakfast stuff.
Okay.
And I tried pork roll for the first time and no dice for me.
Was it crispy?
It wasn't crispy.
Okay.
So maybe if it was crispy, I might have liked it a little bit better.
For what it's worth, if you're in Jersey, it's better off.
Yeah.
Because Jersey
T-ham.
No, I didn't say that. It's still pork roll, and people who call it Taylor ham.
Taylor ham's the brand, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you also call it Q-tips, and you know what I mean. People, you also call it
Band-Aids.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, I totally get it. So, okay, so good cereal's a banger.
Okay.
All right, so I don't mean to like railroad this at all, but all right. So the next banger or danger is frat houses.
Oh fuck.
I figured that would be fun for you.
Yeah. So
I feel like you'd say a knowledgeable danger, but an ignorant banger.
No, I'll easily stay with a banger because my frat experience was exactly what I needed at that point in my life.
Yeah.
And even though I don't necessarily agree with the politics and like the things that it breeds into society, which is like mostly negative things, like the sad part about it and like the best part about it is like the shit works. You know what I mean? Like all my friends that are like my closest friends now, like they're still or like they're from that like direct experience. The actual house part of it, it's kind of just like the ultimate like tiny society where it's like I like went to school in Philly. So like my frat experience is in like huge house, like with a yard and everyone's spread out and whatever. Literally living in like an old hotel that was converted into like 14 units.
Jesus Christ! I've
Yeah.
never been in a frat house, so I
Yeah.
have no clue how big they are. I've only seen them in movies.
Yeah, so I'll take you in there. I still have the key on my on my
Hell yeah,
keychain.
dude!
But
It's like, oh, this guy own it now.
yeah, no, and
Just
then
think I'm some old guy.
total slumlord owned it, like
Yeah.
whatever. But the kind of handshake deal that we had with him was, you guys can do whatever you want in here, but like anything that you break, like you got to fix. So like we're like doing the spackling for all the holes in the wall. We're like repainting things. Like we're like hiring our own like Stanley Steamer carpet cleaners to like revamp. Like
Shut up.
during COVID when I moved into there, like I spent the month before I moved in moving all the old guys shit out because they just abandoned it, and then like reviving like the most disgusting probably apartment that you can imagine.
I just never heard like a positive thing about a frat house.
It's just community, like where like it's not even about money, where like trash bags are like currency. Trash bags and like soap and like shit like that is like it just makes you like get close with people. Like
It's just so weird.
I also, the unit that I lived in was the only one where like the code to like the main door was like unknown. So like I was able to kind of like put like a physical wall in between me and everything else. But yeah, like your shit gets stolen, like it's people will, you'll just come home and there's just random people like sitting in your living room.
Yeah.
And I'd say overall, like I had some pretty bad living experiences just in general. So I would still say it bangs.
The reason why I wanted to bring it up was because like you are one of the very, very few people that I've met from like frats to where it's like you're like objectively a good member of society. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Like, and I don't mean to like just talk shit on all of the frat, because I know we have a few people from Temple that watch us.
Yeah,
and it's just like when you ask me what a frat is,
yeah,
I think of. And maybe this is because okay, for what it's worth, I went to community college and I worked full time, and so like I just worked and went to school and went home, and that's really all I did.
Yeah,
and we didn't have the money to go to school anyway, because it's like I never understood how college kids could be so broke all the time and go to such a big school.
Yeah, so I was in the latter half of that camp where I didn't have the money to go either, and still don't.
Yeah,
so,
sure. Yeah, that's why you're paying for it now, I suppose.
I think I never wanted to be in a frat. I thought it was so corny and lame. So, and I think a lot of people that were in my frat felt the same way, which kind of made it a little bit more normal.
It seems like you have like, because I trust your judgment of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it sounds like I would go to this frat house and there wouldn't be like crimes happening at other people. When I think of frats, like off-writ, I think of the worst. I'm thinking like, fucking
they are the
dirty, people sleeping everywhere except the bed. There's always somebody fucking for some reason. Like it's like, the worst of the worst type of people, I think. And it's usually just all unironically like white bros.
Yeah, it's
right. I've never seen like a black frat.
Yeah, it's definitely black frats are completely something completely different. Where like you're in that shit for like life. Like it's like a fucking like a blood bond type of deal.
I've seen that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, and but it's like mostly bad, but like I would say like the one thing, like at least like when I was in it, was you would get like shamed for being like a recluse weirdo, or like not going to class, or like people, like a lot of the people who
that's
were like,
fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of the only reason that I was like into it, was like because I was going nowhere. Like I was literally like only in college to do nothing. Like wasn't even partying, wasn't like having fun. Like I moved.
You were there to be there.
Just to be there, just to be somewhere different than home, and like thought about dropping out every single day. Like, and that's the only reason I would say it's a banger, is because I wouldn't have finished college or have any aspect of my life that I have now without it. But everything else is like, I can't.
No, you are the proof that good people could come out of a frat.
For sure.
As my friend Andy is also the man.
So my banger is an anomaly. I will say that, but
I like that. That should be a T-shirt. So this is the red one for today. Hinduism, the religion. I didn't know what else it could be, but like it always, like when I do this, it always goes up here, and I can't get it in the middle. So I thought that would lend itself well to it. So what's your thoughts on Hinduism?
My thoughts on Hinduism.
Yeah, banger or danger. What if you're like danger? I hate it.
I would say Hinduism is a banger.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like all the like major religions, I would say that it's probably pretty chill. From everything.
Oh, it's way more chill.
Yeah, from everything that I know about it.
I just went to the Baps place in Robbinsville, New Jersey. It's like this giant
a spa thing.
No. So it's like it's actually right here. I'll future me, throw a picture of the temple up. So it's like this gigantic, yeah. So that's what's inside looks like. So fucking like it's a giant limestone and marble carved, hand carved temple, and like there's this fucking like it's a whole lot. So you get like there's different types of food you can get there. All of it's vegan, you know what I mean? All that type of stuff. Like it's the food's amazing. Everyone's so nice. Everyone there's a volunteer. Cool. It's like so cool. So do
you have to pay to go in there?
No, it's free. I mean, like, but you end up donating money and you end up buying stuff. Yeah, like that little statue right there. I'll read that to you when we're done. I got a little thing over there. This thing right here, if you couldn't tell this is from a Hindu fucking temple. Nice. So it's a wonderful place. But like back to the tinnitus thing really fast. When I got there, so the specific yogi that encapsulates this entire thing, I can't pronounce his name, but was this kid who set out for an 8-year journey across like 7,000 miles of India, the subcontinent of India, shit. When he was 11. And he passed away when he was 49, but like he it's this whole story of him. And like I get like hyper emotional when I get there because there's like incense things for prayer, and I'm like,
is it mad quiet? Is it like there's chatter?
Outside there's definitely chatter, but inside it's like they're very like, you cannot take pictures, you have to take your shoes off, you cannot like talk at a normal volume, anything. But like this is what it did to me, right? Because Hinduism is one of those religions that don't bully you into believing in what they believe in. They're absolutely straight up just like, if you believe in God, you're doing it right. Like that's pretty much what that is. But
that's like my main thing, not to dang on Christianity, but like it's one of like the only major religions, I mean, other than like Islam. I even think parts of Islam, like
Judaism as well. They think they're the divine people.
Yeah,
I mean, depending on where you go with
there's parts of Judaism that like welcome like the questioning of the word of God, like you know what I mean. That's like part of like the old book or whatever. But I'm not
same thing with like Protestants.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah.
You know
like
what I mean?
I love like that's the first I'm hearing about that for Hinduism. I mean, I guess I could have assumed. But like,
well, because Buddhism is a subsidiary of Hinduism.
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah. So it's like Hinduism's like the all encompassing, right? So this is because I am not a religious person. I was raised very strict Catholic. Just kind of fell out of it. You know, my mom was my religion teacher. Like, you know,
shit.
But she was so chill about it. She like, you know, after I confirmed, she was like,
do
whatever you want.
Smoking a Newport in the house, and your mom was like, "This
hey, she's a Marlboro Red lady, all right? She's Marlboro Red. She's badass. Shout out, mom. And but like, so this is what I'll say about this is like when I was in that temple, and I looked up at this fucking giant, you know, golden statue. It was like made out of 5 metals, like gold, brass, bronze, like all the I fucking would screw it up if I tried to like riddle it off like I know what I'm talking about. But I looked at that statue. And I closed my eyes, and I did not hear my ears ring.
Wow.
And that was the first time in like 10 years where I stood there.
Damn.
And I was so like emotionally invested in the moment of just like realizing where I'm at, because I'm not allowed to use my phone. Like my feet are on the ground. I'm, you know, and
socks or no socks?
Socks. We're just cleaning the floor for free in there. And but I remember just like really breathing in and taking it in, and I realized that like I couldn't hear my ears ringing. Damn. And that was like that's such a big deal. As you from before,
I love that.
Yeah, from 8 hours ago when we were talking about it.
No, they call it a callback in the industry.
Yeah, we call it a callback. Hey, in the biz, that's what that's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
But I wasn't raised religious at all, so I had no religious pressure on me. And which, as I get older, I found out how much of an anomaly that is.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like, I'm like so open because I have so many friends from different religions. Like I have a friend from India, shout out Paris. And he's not religious at all, but just people who come from like a lot of different cultures and specifically religions. Yeah. And even like Catholicism wasn't like super big. Like kids went to like CCD and shit like in my home, but like I was like so far removed from any of that. But like I love like a moment like exactly what you just described. Like I feel like I've had like a couple of those where like not divine intervention, but it's kind of like almost like
You just feel something.
moment of clarity. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you felt
absolutely.
you felt something.
And I feel like that's like the best possible way to kind of experience religion in
Oh,
your own
yeah.
right, is kind of just like experience it at your own pace in a way that you need to kind of hear it. Because as much as like you can go down the trap of just like people talking about when we had a more religious country, you could be like, oh, there's less crime, there's like you know what I mean, and which I understand the traditionalism of having like structure in life and stuff. Like I'm not ignorant to that,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I've only found myself becoming a better person in times of where I realized it on my own time, or
Sure.
I was brought to a place where it was right in front of me and I had to experience it in person,
Yeah.
instead of just kind of like reading it from a book.
Yeah, it's also just like faith is like you can't fake it. Like,
Sure.
I've
Yeah.
always like had the idea. I'm like, all right, maybe I could just say that I believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, doesn't really do anything for me. You
Yeah.
know?
That's
But
why
if-
I'd rather just be a good person
but-
and figure it out.
in the same way that we're talking about like booze and weed and shit before, where it's like these moments of like where shit is just toned down and there's almost like a silence about you. Like you experience religion on a something on a scale that you felt before. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Whereas like this quietness and this peace and like being settled right now is something that I look for in other things. The fact that I'm finding it right
Yeah.
now at this temple in New Jersey.
Which
Like,
is so wild
yeah.
too, because you're at this like you'd think it's like 1,000 years old, and it's
Yeah.
like 10 years old, and there's a Wawa down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so weird.
Yeah, wait for
And-
my new punk single. I found
Wawa down the street.
I found Hinduism in New Jersey.
I found Hinduism in New Jersey. The pizza sucks in my hometown. All right, we got that. So Hinduism's a banger. Next one, the ocean.
Ooh, I'm loving like these topics that you came up with for me because I'm very aquatic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I think so. I'm gonna go banger on the. I'm a much more of a pool guy, but like as a kid, like the beach, like big fan of the beach,
Mm-hmm.
big fan of the ocean. So scared of it.
Yeah, super scared of it. Yeah, it's
The
horrible.
older I get, the more sharks are on the brain constantly, and I might like full like unk out and start wearing water shoes.
Yeah, socks. To the
Yeah,
beach.
because like I hate the icky with the feet. Like
No, dude, water shoes are like, especially nowadays because there's so much trash in the ocean, dude. You're one piece of
Yeah.
metal away from losing a foot.
yeah,
Just by cutting it.
But like I've surfed,
Mm.
like I've deep water snorkeled, never scuba dived. There's no boats in my family. But I would like there to be.
There's no boats in my face. It's such a money pit.
Yeah.
You need to have a family member that's willing to do it so you don't have to.
You have to be like you can have a boat or you can have a wife. So like we were talking about, like you got to give a piece of yourself away. Like that's what the part of having a boat is, where it's like you have to detach from society to a certain extent. Be like, all right, I need to,
shout out my Uncle Timmy.
yeah, like which I support. Like you having a boat is a fulfilling life if you do it right. Like going to a boat.
No, he has a boat and a wife, and she's always just
She
like, the
hates
boat,
it.
the boat, the boat. You know what I mean? Like she's like, I'm
yeah.
so afraid of the ocean, dude. Like I'm not like a guy who likes water. Not because I can't swim or whatever like that. It's just like I feel like when I decide to get wet, I'm like giving away a layer of my security. Like I just feel like I'm not.
It's the same thing with sweating. It sounds like.
What's that? Yeah. It's like you ever see like a baby like get food or something on their hands and then they start doing like that because they're uncomfortable. I feel
Sure.
that exact way.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it takes a layer away from me.
But do you have a friend, or have you ever seen somebody that's like just so free at the beach, like they're
Yes.
interacting with the sand and the water, like they couldn't give a fuck?
Yeah, and there have been times where I've had wonderful times at the beach. Like I went with my one buddy Eric Short, shout out Eric, to the beach, and he's Puerto Rican. And my whole life, the reason why I say that is I just went to Long Island with my mom where we lived, and she would just put a fucking bed sheet down on the ground and just be like, all right, have fun for 8 hours. And like
Yeah,
we wouldn't
yeah.
have food. She wouldn't want to buy anything. We'd have like sandwiches, you know. But like, yo, dude, Eric's family, we would go with bottles of liquor in purses, and we would have fresh fruit
Fuck yeah.
and food and umbrellas, and we would be hanging out listening to music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's a vibe.
Yeah, no, like
know?
my the first time I ever came to Philly was like capped off with my first ever trip down the shore to Wildwood, and literally went with like two grocery bags with my stepdad with like nothing. And like growing up, like not like super well off, or even when I was a teenager, I had like no money.
Sure.
So all my beach trips are exactly what you're describing. Like not even a bed sheet. Like literally lucky if you had a towel.
Yeah.
So like
You're just sitting in sand,
just sitting
pissed
in
off.
sand. And like I think I wasn't fucking with the beach for a little bit, but now that I've gotten a little older, like I have a fold out soccer chair that I can now bring to the beach. I own a cooler. Like these little things like make the experience like.
I'm like shirt on fat though. Like I don't know, man. I would want like a like just because it's like I got such a hairy tummy. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, because then if I shave it, I just look like a fucking prize pig. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Yeah. It's gonna look like a swine out there.
Yeah, I think I was always like kind of a chubbier kid or a chubbier guy, but tarps off honestly. Like I that's like maybe the one part that I'm never worried about. One, because I'm more concerned about having my shirt on. The shirt on makes you stand out more than the tummy does.
Yeah, but I'm not getting in the water too much. Like I'm not really a guy who's just gonna stand in the water.
Maybe a jersey.
Yo, did you
also
ever...
the tie dye is fucking plays at the beach crazy.
Yeah, it does. It does. Hey, have you've heard Kyle and I's story about going to the beach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just like us both like there for half an hour and like, all right, we're gonna go inside.
Well, you get burned up too, right?
No, so I do get burned up, but like I tan super well. So it's just like that. Yeah, if I have my old ID, I'll show you when we're done. But Ocean Banger.
Ocean Banger.
Okay, let's land this plane really quick, and then we can go outside and be done. And I can be late to dinner. So, being sturdy.
All right, give me more.
I was really hoping you would give me more. I really thought I was being cool by putting that. I was like, yeah, I feel like he gets sturdy.
Sure. So
that was my real thought process. I'm like, I needed a fifth one. I'm just like, I think Don's.
You just
sturdy.
went with some AVE.
I was just hoping I could be young.
Hoping I would fill in the gaps.
Yeah. Which is all this is, I suppose. But nonetheless.
So I guess like there's two ways I could go. Being sturdy, like which I would take is like being like thorough or being like cool or just being like a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Like that's how I would take it.
That's pretty much how I took it. What about getting sturdy?
Getting sturdy, like dancing.
Okay. Yeah. See, I guess it is a banger. It sounds like two cool things.
Yeah. It's two cool things. Yeah. Like, so I try to be a stand-up guy as much as I can. I try to do well I almost put myself at a deficit for the people that I really care about.
Sure.
I think it's probably my best quality as a friend,
being sturdy.
As a person, is being sturdy for people I care about. Getting sturdy, pretty good dancer. Don't dance as much as I would like to anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like at every black man's heart or woman, there's kind of a need to be the center of attention. Like,
oh, absolutely.
So I was thinking about this actually on the ride here, where it's like everyone knows like when like somebody of color like tells a joke or like a black person sees a magic trick and they start running all around. Okay, that's really like
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
That's really like
I thought everybody reacted the same to magic tricks.
That's like really like the look at me, I'm the funny. I have the funniest reaction to this thing. And we experienced this a lot at our job. Were you there when I fucking went over to the group of unks and I was like, you guys are screaming at the time. Like,
gentlemen, you are speaking at full volume. And everyone was looking at you. It's very funny.
Yeah, like, but I mean, I've been in a dance circle or two in my time. Like I've gotten sturdy. I
worked at one once, and people saw that as hey, stop that.
I would like more opportunities to get or be sturdy in the future. So I'm gonna go
hang out with Marcy. Because Marcy gets me dancing every time I see her. She's just like, okay. And I'm like, nothing.
Yeah. I think that's the only time when I get shy is when I immediately get the energy of somebody who's willing to go sturdier than me. Sure. I back down.
Sure. So, absolutely, dude.
I'm sturdy only to a certain extent.
I'm sturdy on the inside.
And then my friend also dropped in my like group chat of my like main friends, like 15 guys in there. And people will randomly drop 1 to 15 lists of all of our names in a random order. And then the group chat will try to guess what is this least likely to most likely to ranked by.
That's cool. That's a fun game.
So today one dropped and I was usually like what gives it away is the grouping of the top 3 and the bottom 3.
Yeah.
and I think I was 4th or 5th to last.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's guessing, and then we're waiting for our one friend who always gets it to get out. He's a teacher, to get on, like, to go for lunch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was most likely to drop you off at the airport to least likely to drop you off at the airport. So I'm pretty sturdy, but like bullshit errands, like, or just, I think he also did, it's availability too. So like,
Sure.
my schedule is so all over the place.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able
But
to.
yeah, that's just a little tidbit where maybe I'm not the sturdiest. Is if you ask me for like a favor on a random ass day or a weekend day, I might be working.
The only way this worked was at fucking 2 p.m. on a Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But try that in your group chats at home. It's fun.
I'm gonna. All right, dude. Hey, I think that's a wonderful. Do you have any like shout outs you want to do? Anybody specifically that you want to name?
I shouted out like 5 different people.
That's what I'm talking about. 5. Yeah, I wish people would fucking be more like you.
My stepdad.
Fuck yeah.
Because I think that he'll appreciate the shout the most.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to fucking homie Jay again.
Homie Jay, love you, buddy.
Love Jay so much.
Absolutely.
And shout out Chris Jones.
Hey, thank you, dude. I really appreciate you being on, yo.
Of course, brother.
Yo, this has been an absolute pleasure, and by far the longest Milk Talk we've ever had. I can't believe how much work I just gave myself for the next week. Guys, this has been the Milk Talk Podcast. I am your host, Chris Jones. This has been a wonderful episode with my buddy Don. Guys, please be safe. Have a wonderful time. Submit to the NEPA Comedy Festival. Come to the Pub Webb Comedy Jam, and, let's fuck around and get sturdy. All right. Peace out, guys.
Yes,
Love
sir,
you.
Ski. Love.
Sweet.
Talk.